The Thurman and Lala podcast starts
right now.
There's been an eventful week in our little circle of, friends and world and shit.
Homoerotic escapades.
Furries.
Spirit, the universe's herpes.
Smack my lips.
It would be funny. I would laugh. These are real things.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're biased, but that's okay.
I don't know that farted on that cake.
No.
Does your mom or anyone you work with listen to this? I hope not.
Does anyone listen to this?
Yeah.
Fucking God!
Yeah.
No.
40 minutes in, we got racist.
Camp down, raises, whack that dong.
Oh.
Stand down, you bitch.
Oh, if you...
This is why the show goes so well.
Does it go well?
It does go well.
And it's gonna fucking start right now. Whatever.
Come on, mom.
Clitoris.
I'm checking the microphone.
Yeah. We could do like DJ things. Like just drop it on. Big Dick Danny in the building, everybody! Dave Lovely's gay.
Breaking.
Checking. Dave Lovely's gay. Dave Lively is gay. Not the cool, fun, sassy kind. The gay kind.
The one you can't tell your dad about.
No, the shameful kind. The kind God was talking about. The bad kind. There are good and bad kinds.
There are very, very different kinds of being gay.
Yeah, Dave's the bad one.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a guest today.
Our good buddy who I haven't seen in a long time.
I know, I was looking forward to it. Now, I know it's crazy times, and I hope he's okay, right?
What's he doing?
But, exactly, that's also my thought. Like, I hope everything's fine. And it is very possible that it might not be because of all the crazy things that are going on right now.
With all my research, you can't get coronavirus from sucking 100 dicks a day, which is what Dave does.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you can get coronavirus.
They came from Chinese people. They'd have to suck like 1,000 dicks a day because they're tinier dicks.
Getting that vitamin D, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Dave gets plenty of it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So all that, obvious friend bullshit aside, things I have to say. I hope he's all right. You're a cocksucker, man.
I'm sure he's fine. He's tough. He's tough.
Yeah, he's a tough kid, so there's no excuse why he shouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, you can't suck that many dicks without being tough. If he can take that many dicks, he can take a little coronavirus.
Never has to use a throat lozenge ever again, man.
Yeah.
It's like calloused back there behind his
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah.
back of his throat.
Soft hands from counting money all your life. Yeah. So, well, day ain't over yet.
No, it's not.
He might
could,
show up. He might
that would be nice.
call. I don't know.
But and it's hard to find backups, just in general. But the fact that there's a pandemic, doesn't make it easier. And so, I asked Lindsay, our good, she was a guest of ours many a time. She was the wife of Jim, who did the last episode, and he couldn't do it either. Both of them couldn't do it. So, everyone's a letdown, and I don't know if this is how they want to be remembered. Say if anything bad were to happen to them or to me, the last thing that they did was really let me down.
This was your last chance. This is the one thing you're still kind of allowed to do.
Thurman and Lala Redemption Podcast.
Yeah, like you're gonna give it in a world where like activities are no more. You're gonna pass up on one.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's not like you're not by the phone. You're not. You
He's
are
looking at it.
I know. He must be.
Listening right now.
Come on, Dave.
Some people just want to watch the world burn. That's his like tiny Joker thing. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna do it, and then I'm not. And then I'm gonna listen to them as they're confused.
Well, there's people they kind of get scared at the at things that are happening right now. So maybe it could be that.
It's weird. It's weird, but Dave doesn't strike me as that guy.
No, he doesn't. He agreed to it immediately. So, I don't know. That's why I say I hope things are okay. But in the event that they are okay, fuck you. It's okay. Really, because it's not like
Yeah, it's fine.
the world will still turn.
Things are
If Dave's not on our show.
My only stories are just gonna be about either what I'm watching or going to Wegmans once.
I know,
week.
that's why it's nice to have a fucking third
Another
person in
person.
here to just bounce off. You know, I thought we had a good show that a few days ago, really,
Jimmy?
with Jimmy. Yeah, you know, it was fun just to have a different, perspective
Yeah.
and see what the fuck they're doing in their life, because I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm certain I know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because I'm there for a lot of it. But that's what I'm kind of like. I don't want to talk about this shit, but I have
don't.
nothing else going on.
It's hard, man. Like
know?
I was doing the show with Cap the other day, and we're like, all right, like we discussed it. I'm like, let's move on. Let's go on to something else. And we did, and like every 3 minutes, one of us had to stop and go, fuck, here we go. Because it would just be, then you'd bring up something, and you'd be like, I wonder what plumbers are doing now. Is that essential? And then you're like, it's just the wording of it's weird. The government has deemed you non essential.
I know.
It's not a sentence anybody wants.
I am a classified piece of shit.
Yeah, the government has deemed you non-essential. That's some fucking Blade Runner shit.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be. You know what I mean? I feel like there's gonna be an elitist type of just state of mind after this,
Yeah.
And good. I hope all the doctors and nurses and shit get their dicks sucked and stuff. Lively. I know a person who will do it.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he's doing. He's like, he calls. He's like, sorry, man.
His wife is a nurse, so maybe they did like arrange some sort of deal at the hospital.
Yeah.
She's like, my husband. Let me
I
tell
got
you.
a guy.
This guy. Oh my God. If I only had a dick. If I only had a dick. So I'm like wasting time watching movies that aren't, I should be watching Citizen Kane and
Great pieces of art.
yeah,
while they still exist.
and I'm not, dude. I watched all the Mortal Kombat movies.
Yeah.
Fucking Spawn, which is the worst, but it's things that made me happy when I was a kid. Maybe I'm just doing that like
comfort.
desperate just I need that blanket of,
I did see Space Jams on Netflix.
I saw that. And what the fuck? I was watching I tried to watch Free Willy the other night, and I felt wrong for many reasons. One, because it was after the show that we had recorded with the Michael Jackson versus R. Kelly, and then we talked about Free Willy and the song, and then him like diddling that kid and stuff.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, after watching Blackfish too, like that documentary about the, you know what I mean? So then I go back and watch Free Willy.
That's why the kid and the whale like bonded.
Yeah, because
Both just
everyone's
abused
making
prisoners.
making them do things they don't want to do.
Yeah.
With an audience,
Yeah.
for our entertainment.
That's why they became friends.
Okay, so now that makes sense. Maybe I should go back and watch it with that different type of, angle towards it. Fucking, I don't know. I couldn't get through it though. I watched about 5 minutes of it. And like then and then when my fiance found out about it, she was pissed. She loves like orcas and whales and all that type of shit, and we've been talking about it. But she doesn't like to rewatch movies. I do. I'm the rewatch fucking king, man.
I'd rather if they said, "Here's for the rest of your life. Here's what the government's doing. They're gonna get rid of half the movies. Half of them are movies you've seen over and over, or half of them are movies you've never seen. What one do you want?" I'd be like, "Give me the
ones that I have seen.
Goodfellas, Batman.
Yeah.
Come on."
Right, those need to be preserved in my memory at least.
I'd rather watch something I like over and over than try to get into something new.
Because then we're gonna forget about those things, and then it's gonna be like a Simple Jack type of thing, in Tropic Thunder, where he has to
For
like
a society
recreate the
who
movie.
worships one shitty movie because that's all
and
we
then
have.
we're all just gonna have to make plays out of it and recreate it, crudely.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's still. I was at the park the other day, and that's not social distancing or whatever. But we're getting out of the house and we're not touching anybody. We're just out in the fucking yard with the dogs, pretty much. But there's a sign that says like the park is closed, and like beyond the sign was like 1 million people playing in this field, and it was Delaware Park in Buffalo. And I look all around. I snapped it. I had fucking there's like we had a hard time finding parking actually because there were so many fucking people.
Yeah, most people are not listening to this shit at all.
I think they probably did it first, and now everyone's getting all fucking antsy. You know what I mean? And
they're like, if they didn't die that day, they're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm fine, dude.
Yeah, I got it.
And I can't judge people because the most obvious, we are hanging out. We are, but we have been and whatever. But at the same time, like, if we really wanted to be super smart
we're
about
not
it.
heavily exposed to anything.
That's true.
We're not. In
I mean,
like
as far as we know, I don't fucking know, but
we're not in.
I don't think I am.
I've barely left Lewiston in the last two. Like, we're not in like a hub of like, there's people coming from all corners of the world.
Lively would be
through
the
my
person
basement.
in the zombie movie that if he got bit, he would hide it from the rest of
Yeah.
them and then die somewhere off camera and come back as a zombie, putting all his friends at risk.
Yeah, he's gonna show up here in 10 minutes with like with his one sleeve pulled down, and his eyes are gonna be a little dark, and he's gonna be like, just a little hungover.
Yeah. Oh, we're like, okay. Yeah.
And live on the show, he's gonna turn into. Well, you don't turn into a zombie. You turn into a Chinese guy, right?
I think that's what it is. Maybe that's the secret of why they have so many fucking people.
Yeah, they just infect them. That's just new. They just make new ones. Holy shit.
Just the factory just spitting them out.
Yeah. And it infects them and creates a new one. And then slowly, it's like when you watch one of those little things of like how cancer gets your blood cells and all the good blood cells start disappearing, and then it becomes all shitty blood cells. It's like that.
What if, you know how the Chinese, they used to use whatever fucking dynasty it was at the time that was building the Great Wall, probably over the
Chang
fucking many
dynasty?
years. I don't know. That could be the name of a restaurant, and I wouldn't know the difference.
That might be. That's a phrase that's in my head for some reason. The only other dynasties I'm aware of are like the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. Other than that, I don't know.
But they're filling the Great Wall with bodies. You know what I mean, of dead people, and just to give it some fill. So do you think now that we have a surplus of dead people that we just start kind of building up, reinforcing some of the landmarks and things that we have around here?
With dead bodies?
Well, I mean, yeah, because we're not like, there's a funeral, no one's going to see him out, really.
Yeah.
You can't do a funeral.
Like you're going to reopen the Summit Park Mall? And
Yes,
dead
but
bodies
like,
all working there with, on
Well,
strings?
Not like that. No,
Like
I'm saying,
it's a Small World ride. Like, it's like real again.
So yeah, mannequins for sure. Some sort of preserved. I'm not sure. There has to be some good out of this. And I'm just spitballing here. I got nothing but time, people. So, my ideas get worse and worse as time goes on.
That's what I'm saying about the conspiracy guys. It's like, this is the worst thing for them. Is like, you're just locked inside now. Like, the government told you to stay inside. Now you just are going to stay inside and read about how the government's controlling you as their control. Like, it's proving them right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, now they're like, all right, first domino's fallen, man. Now we're going to find out the moon's not real. It's weird. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's just boring now. Like, but people are freaked out. Like, you can kind of feel the tension. Like, I enjoy the grocery trips because it does feel like it's a little more intense than normal.
Yeah.
Because we're like, we got to get this
That's
shit.
true, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The more I go out, sometimes I go, I don't know. It depends. Like, sometimes I'm not thinking about this shit at all.
If you're a park is different. A grocery store has that survival mentality. People are there to
kinda
get their
have-
shit,
yeah,
and
don't
people
touch-
are still being polite for
Hold
the
your
most
breath
part.
around people when you walk by them.
Yeah, but I've definitely been keeping my distance. When you see someone with the gloves, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, let's stay away.
Usually,
from them.
I mean, I haven't had too many people I've seen like super violate like the ethical code of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like we make jokes about the social distancing, but like I haven't seen anybody. My dad actually said that somebody tried to approach some crazy ass guy in the falls the other day.
Yeah.
And my dad like had a stern talking to with this guy and talked him down. And it was actually a proud son moment.
How about that?
Yeah, but still, this why not take out that guy, disease? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, start working from the
you're-
bottom up.
yeah,
what are you
you're
doing?
working out fucking
You started with Tom Hanks. So
Yeah,
right.
Come on, he's a national treasure.
God damn it! Start with Chet Hayes, the son, the rapper, white rapper son of Tom Hanks.
I didn't know. I just discovered that he had another son besides the other kid that we call Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
kid.
for some reason he doesn't talk about that one too much.
Yeah, I don't blame him. And then it's totally true. His name's Chet
Yeah,
with 2 T's.
I don't know. His name's Chet Hayes. I
always
think
wondered about
his
that.
name is Chester Hanks, but his rap name is Chet Hayes.
Chester.
I remember a video went around of him like at an award show or something. They went up to him with the camera and said, "Hey, can you say like this is Chet Hanks and you're watching E Entertainment or whatever?" And he did it all in like Jamaican accent. He was like, "Bomba clot! Shout out to the island life!" And it's like it was like a Red Stripe commercial. Like, what the fuck?
Like, what the hell? He's like, here's my time to shine. I'm so nervous. What do I do? He just resorts to his Jamaican fucking accent.
He's just Tom Hanks is
trying to make a splash.
He's trying to find. He wants to make it big.
Well,
He wants to. Well, he's trying to find any identity that isn't Tom Hanks's son.
Well,
So
what's
he's-
wrong with that, though? I mean, he can go speak at
'Cause
schools probably
Colin-
just for the fact that he could bill himself as Tom Hanks' kids. And, like, if I were a principal, which is a good thing I'm not, but if I was, I wouldn't really look into it. I'd be like, oh, Tom Hanks' son is coming to talk to me. He's going to, share wonderful stories because I can't afford Tom Hanks. The school
Yeah.
board can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not in the budget. Oh, well. Look, he just woke up. This piece of shit.
Just woke up. Woke up. Yeah.
I said, get your ass over here now like I'm his mom.
We're talking. This is important that you have to get in it. We need your perspective on the Chet Hayes situation. Okay,
It's
time
really
is
urgent.
wasting.
My dogs can't talk back to me. I only
Yeah.
have so many things I can say or think or do without actual human interaction.
Who else? I
You've
mean,
been creative as fuck. Like you're flexing that
Yeah.
muscle there, which is awesome. I am letting it die. I have just, like I said, like for some reason, it's just like I'm resorting to things like from my childhood that I'm like, I don't know if it's subconscious.
So
like
am I. Yeah,
maybe
I
I'm
just-
never gonna see that shit again, so I have to watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation
This
so
is-
that I can know how bad it is.
This
You know
is
what I
the
mean?
moment
Remember?
where your life is flashing before your eyes.
Oh, so this interesting.
But your life
I'm
is
making
just movies that other people made.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's my legacy. It's just
It's just shit you used to
quoting
watch.
movies that nobody knows.
You get to
know?
watch again.
Yeah. Well, I've led a wonderful life. Met some wonderful people. And if this were the end, I don't want to go out all fucking like just
Could be worse.
angry.
Could be Chet Hayes.
It could be Chet Hayes.
Chet Hayes is a bit of a spiritual,
I could be Lively, who fucking wakes up late. It's not like it's. I mean, he actually works, so I get sleeping. But
yeah.
you know
him
what I'm
sleeping
saying?
is
He's
name-
essential. He's one of those essential elitist fuckers.
The
You know what I
government
mean?
has deemed you non-essential.
This
That's a
essential
polite
work-
way to say, like, we don't need you. You are compost.
Yeah,
We will-
exactly. You're
we're
Phil.
going to use your body.
Phil in our wall, our Mexican border wall. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, and it's just going to be like the catacombs. It's just going to be skulls. And the Mexicans are going to love it. They love that shit.
Skulls.
Yeah, like, oh, you see all that Day of the
Yeah,
Dead shit?
yeah.
Yeah.
They love skulls.
They love that shit.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Gracias.
What other celebrity kids would we hire for our school, for our fictional school? What happened to Jamie Lynn Spears, that little whore? Is she dead or what? I think
Now,
so.
she's probably, settled down somewhere.
No, she's probably in a fucking detective's office in L.A. going, yeah, these guys fucked me. And the cops are like, we don't know.
Yeah, I don't
She's-
know. What were you wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't
willingly? They had sex with you willingly.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's a pretty cool guy. You let me take a picture with the shark. I don't know. Mr. Spielberg's pretty nice. That's what she's doing. That's what most of those kids are doing right now.
You think so? Going after big
Yeah.
filmmakers for the money?
Yeah.
Please don't take down Steven Spielberg. I can't handle that much of my childhood being like Cosby. That was a
Cosby.
bigger blow than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize how much of my childhood and just life he was a part
Dude,
of.
I love the Cosby Show. Mm-hmm. He's still great. Like Louis put on a special yesterday, which I love. That just out of nowhere, I look and I see Louis drops a special.
Yeah.
Very unexpected. It was the hour that we saw in Niagara Falls. He also spelled a lot of cities' names wrongs in the thank you.
On purpose?
Yeah, and I don't know. It just said
Is he just not
he
caring
had
anymore?
like mad pages of thank yous at the end of the thing, comics and managers and whatnot. And then it was the audiences in the cities of, and then all the cities he'd been through. And we were like, is it going to say Niagara Falls? Because that's where we saw him.
Yeah.
So technically, he thanked me.
Wow,
You're welcome.
how does that
Yeah,
feel?
That's great, man.
You gotta scrape the joy out of things lately. I think that's the moral of the story is that you're just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
he
better,
said thank you
nicer
to
way
me.
to phrase. You got to scrape the joy, like it's on the bottom of your shoe.
Well, I mean, I could have put that.
They have to desperately siphon some sort of meaning out of anything because it's all. But yeah, so I'm just saying he thanked us, and he couldn't have done it without me.
Right.
You know this. I gave him good laughs on the right point, so he knew what worked.
Did he share any advice with you?
No.
Well, that no advice is good advice.
No. The advice he said
Is that the term?
Don't
Is that
try
the
to come
saying?
up with a fake funny thing Louis said to you because it's not going to be funny. That was the advice.
Well played, sir.
Yeah. So and then right next to it says Buffalo.
Oh, really?
Buffalo.
Yeah. Tony Buffalo.
Or he just doesn't give a fuck. He just wrote it real quick and put it
Right.
out. I mean, I put out misspelled shit all the time.
Do you?
Probably.
Remember one time a band member of ours put together his own poster. He said, I can do it. And then fucking misspelled everything and forgot it said playing the hits of, bands such as, and like it's the Chili Papers and like, you know what I mean? And shit like that. Like chili with like 2 L's and a Y.
We just we're trying to change it to not get sued. Like we just changed it a little bit. The Red Hot Chili Papers.
What?
Primus.
Primus.
Lad Zeppelin. Pink Flood.
This is what it's coming down to, people.
Yep. I'm just going to keep going. Remember that shitty movie we bought for Jimmy's birthday, I think? We were buying like shitty movies, and it was just some who gives a fuck comedy, and it was Chris Farley's brother. And it was like a bunch of other like kind of
Yeah.
It was like the most
Chris
C-level.
Farley's brother's in some weird shit.
Yeah, this was one of them.
It was like he was like Michael Moore or some shit in that movie.
It was
something.
it was like just one of those wacky comedy.
Yeah, it was
parody.
like that. Yeah, that slapstick fucking.
Yeah, was it like a
not another documentary or some
Yes,
shit
yes.
like that?
But in the movie was a scene of someone running in slow motion down the beach, and it was supposed to be that what the fucking Chariots of
Baywatch?
Fire.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. But it was like just different enough.
Yeah,
It was
they
like,
can get away with it.
bong,
Different-
bong, 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 bong.
You're like, oh, okay. Wait.
Like, oh,
That's
just
not
enough.
exactly how I remember it, but
Like,
okay.
yeah,
that's
you
gonna
guys
be
spent
fun.
about $35 on this whole thing,
That's
didn't
all
you?
you got to do to get around shit, really.
And they put his face on the front for people who like don't know Chris Farley's dad. They're like, oh, it's the fucking Chippendales guy.
Coldplay was like sued by Joe Satriani, right? They had that
Yeah.
song Viva La Vida or whatever.
Yeah.
And fucking they like Joe Satriani sued Coldplay because that song like directly is like, I mean, note for note pretty much just like this fucking Joe Satriani song.
Yeah.
He's a guitar player for those of you who don't know, which is everyone. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's just like I don't think that they were listening to Joe Satriani.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's weird.
And then but I think he won the lawsuit, honestly. And
it was
then
dead on enough.
Tom Petty sued fucking what's that
The
Sam
Chili
Smith
Pepper.
kid or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. And didn't he sue the Chili Peppers too?
He did for what?
For Danny California is Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Ding dong in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
Papa was a copper. You know, it's the same fucking
Yeah.
song. And I think he did that Sam Smith one was Don't
You
Back
grew up
Down.
in something. Yeah.
Yeah, Don't Back Down with the Stay With Me.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure like they were like it was Tom Petty, the business of Tom Petty, Tom
Yeah.
Petty Inc. Like all his
Yeah.
people. He's got a team of 10 lawyers who just come marching into a room and like in unison like line up the
Like a
table.
Tarantino
Yeah,
flick.
exactly. And people are like, oh shit. And they sued him. And Tom Petty, I think, was quoted as saying like, "Hey, it happens. There's only so many notes and blah blah." They're like, "Oh, so but you're not going to take the money?" He's like, "Oh no, we're taking the money.
No, we're taking it
yeah,
all."
for sure. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this kid." Do you have any pills? Oh, that was dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom Potty. The hits.
Well, that's what we were talking. There was this guy that we came up with called Todd Stewart, which was Rod Stewart's brother
Yeah.
a few years ago, because we discovered that the shows on TGIF, right, were like Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step, and what the fuck else? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because your Friendly Foes, your group is doing fucking like the next week.
Yeah,
Is that a
Thursday
surprise,
at noon. I know, I won't fucking tell. Thursday at noon. We're doing these live streams, usually Thursdays at noon. Because Pete's working nights. Apparently they need night welders in the apocalypse. Yeah, that makes sense.
Night
Pete's
welder.
making all the Mad Max cars.
He's got a fucking sweet like apocalyptic
A night
occupation.
welder.
Yeah, I'm a night welder.
He's making all the Mad Max cars.
Yeah,
that's
well,
probably what he's
yeah.
doing. He's just welding swords on the the end of an old fucking Eldorado or something. Yeah,
cool
so we're
with
doing
me.
Thursdays at noon, but everything's recorded and then put up shortly after on SoundCloud and YouTube and whatnot. But we're gonna do a set of TV theme songs. We were thinking
Which is
we're
fucking great
gonna
idea.
do this live. Yeah, we got to start doing themes with these things because
Yeah.
it's a lot of just two guys in a basement making weird noise at noon.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I listen to some of it and it's like this dark, acidy, trippy shit, and I'm just like, this was at noon. In
Well,
Lewiston.
in the basement, it's like, I mean, you kind of black out the windows, you know.
Yeah,
I got really excited
stage
when I
lights
said
and
basement.
shit.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
In a basement.
Well, basements.
I'm very excited to be in basements. I spend a lot of time in them. Do lots of stuff in them. But yeah, that's kind of, you got the casino vibe where you don't know if it's night or day.
Yeah,
you know, you're
what
just trying
time
to
it
keep
is,
people
yeah.
down here because you're so lonely. I feel like I've been here a long time. What are you talking about, asshole? It's only been like an hour.
We have another one. Well, play another game on the house. On the house. You're playing with house money. Yeah, because, well, it's also like when, you know, the beautiful lighting of the fucking tunnel, whatever the fuck these pits are in basement windows, like it just makes like, oh, that's a cool studio with the cool things and oh, it's a basement.
Yeah.
There's a fucking squirrel. You know what I mean? So we blacked out the windows and we have like stage lights and shit. And,
It's
like,
comfortable.
When Ryan left his like DJ
Yeah.
light bar down here, dude, we have like, it looked like we were having a fucking rave, and it would be in the middle of the afternoon, and we'd come out like all weird, and then see like some lady walking her dog and be like, what year is it? Okay, anyway, so we're gonna have one of our inappropriate drug parties, and we're gonna live stream this set of TV theme songs, which we're just gonna, you know, rip them up and rock them out. It's gonna be fun. And then that led us from Todd Stewart.
Todd Stewart, yeah.
So
Todd Stewart is Rod Stewart's brother.
I'm pretty
He's
sure-
not. There's no such thing. But it's, you know, it's Todd.
Listen to the
It's
voice.
just like Pink Floyd, you know. It's
Yeah.
Todd.
All right,
Todd
let's start with Full House. Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna start with the YouTube survey. Skip survey. Jesus.
You knew you were in for a great time when this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with that vocal lead right there.
Whatever happened to predictability?
Dude, that's fucking Rod Stewart.
That-
I think it's actually him.
I think he was doing all right. I don't think he needed to be paid to do theme songs. You know what I mean? That's usually like that's why like people will do Christmas albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just
Because
for
when
the
they
money.
have nothing else going on, yeah, it's like
Wake up, DJ. I think I got something to say to you.
So he's got that raspy fucking, you know, but smooth thing.
Yeah.
You trust him.
It's totally Rod. I think they were trying. This is like the Filipino kid who's in Journey now. Like that's him
This
of
is the
Todd
YouTube
Stewart. Somebody
Todd
went to a
Stewart.
bar and saw a Faces cover band with this guy, and they're like, "That guy's great. Fuck paying Rod Stewart.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
That's
give
a
this
lot
guy
of
like
money.
$200. We'll fucking pump him out."
I believe Rod Stewart actually holds the record for having the biggest live audience like, ever. It's
at
like
the time
few
they
million.
made that book that we're both talking about, it was.
Yeah, but
might be
not
something.
anymore.
I feel like it's like Beyonce now or something.
Well,
I
that
don't-
maybe
or-
makes
yeah.
sense, but that would make sense. But the year that it happened, it was like 2002 or some shit that maybe that was from, or maybe later on. I don't
Yeah.
remember. But so then, okay, so what's the next one? What do we got?
I'm gonna do step by step.
Step by step. Okay, so
There's one specific line in this song that really annoys the fuck out of me.
okay,
It's a little too sassy. Should it be season 3 or 4 or season 1?
season 1, I think.
Season 1 is significantly longer. We're not watching this whole thing. But listen to the voice. What cut? No.
Yeah, no,
There's
fuck
like a
that
lot-
cut.
who
What the hell
fucking
is
made-
that?
who
Is
fucking-
that somebody just taping
That's
it off
just-
of their? There you go.
That's weird with no video. They're on a roller coaster, by the way.
It's just the theme song.
Step by step. We're fitting the whole thing. Okay, so listen. It sounds like Todd Stewart. Oh, no, because the chick's about to come in. Let me rewind it. I didn't mean to go back to this. Sorry.
A bunch of kids being murdered.
Just keep accidentally playing that over and over.
Sorry, that's the live feed we have from Wuhan.
It's the same guy, right?
Yeah, it has
It's
to be.
gotta be. And he's still ready for this? Jesus. It's just...
Oh, she's cool.
Brandon Paul. The guitar player's like, hey,
Yeah,
fuck
he's
you.
like, what the fuck? I was just getting going. That's what I was just thinking. Cut him
I
off.
want to go back to that.
He's just getting warmed up, dude.
Yeah, Joseph's like revving into it, and they're like, get out.
Yeah, the orchestra. They literally cut it out.
It's like, get the fuck out of here. Wait, right here. It's like I get such douche chills every time I hear that part. It's a Little Tool, just like R&B. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, dude, fucking
Different hand to play. Like I picture the kids all dancing, sassy.
theme songs are what TV used to be is so fucking much different than what we kind of took away that luster that it was, that the golden sparkly fucking thing the 70s tried to do with everything and make it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like how awkward the Academy Awards are when like someone's talking too long and then the music comes on, or they'll have the orchestra playing and then that person finally makes it to the stage and then the song very much
Has
like
to
that
start
just cuts
again.
off.
Yeah.
It just stops.
Or, yeah.
No, like they stop it as soon as the person gets to their podium, but like not in like a nice poetic way. It's just done. You know what I mean?
There's no fade.
And there's always one person like still kind of playing. You know what I mean? And then they stop, and it's very awkward.
Well, they've pulled back the curtain too much. You know what I mean? Back then, the only time you ever saw John Travolta was like in Battle of the Network Stars or on a show. Every appearance of his face was like controlled. Every word that came out of their mouths was controlled, and like you had this vision of them. They produced a fake human being, a fake character.
Okay.
And now with the internet, you find out all this. Every time you see John Travolta, it's just him with bad hair.
and
And it's like
asking for
another
hand
masseuse
jobs.
comes forward. And now, like, that's 99 times you see him. The 100th time is like
Yeah.
him on stage. And you're like, that's the guy who gets jerked off by all the, you know what I mean? Like, most of your
It is
exposure to these celebrities is all negative.
Well, that's
now.
why I think like bands like things that I worshipped back then, like, you know, like Led Zeppelin, and I still do, and
Yeah.
Sabbath, and like you read about the shit kind of, you know, you can about all their wacky fucking crazy adventures
Yeah,
of being
but it's like
gross rock
legend.
stars. It's legend. Things that like you don't, but if they live tweeted, I'm sure I'd think they're a fucking
Yeah.
jackass.
Or like a shitty video of a story. Like the story they're
Yeah.
telling, if like someone had a TikTok video of Ozzy snorting ants, you'd be like, that's kind of sad.
Well,
this
like,
guy's
dude,
fucked up.
My brother Matt, he showed me this fucking photo because like I love the Misfits and shit and Danzig and stuff, and then he showed me this picture of Danzig in like sweatpants, with cat food or cat litter, I think it was cat litter. Going to the store and his hair's up in like a fucking. He just looks awful. He looks like one of us.
Yeah.
And like he's not like on stage that short man fucking just like, but that legendary.
He's not
like,
that
he's not a
mysterious character,
No,
yeah.
he's just buying cat food or fucking litter. You know what I mean? Like, and it just kind of took, like I said, that luster away from it, which is fine. I mean, some things are, but yeah, if I read like, I don't know, their personal thoughts, maybe it would be.
Oh
a
my
different
God,
thing.
dude! You realize most actors are just like, where do you? They're literally like you just plug into them.
Yeah.
It's like I picture like a limp body,
like a
and then some guy comes and puts a USB in the back of his head,
like an
just-
avatar type of thing. Like that's their.
and then just comes out and like tweets out a thing that's like a politically written statement. You're just like, is this? They're just names. They're just famous names. There's not a person behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then also we see the imperfections and we're like, what the fuck? Like, there's just no winning. That shit's all dumb. But yeah, like TV. Is it TV used to be that way, or you were a kid watching TV?
Well, both I
So,
feel,
yeah.
but I mean, if you go back and you watch, like, I love filmmakers that do like say that period, 70s
Is Lively
and shit
coming?
like that. Yeah, he is.
Oh, cool.
You're like, yeah, I really want to wrap up this fucking TV show.
No,
thing.
no, I just thought of it.
But
And,
like,
we were
film,
kidding
like
about all that
Tarantino,
dick
like
stuff.
you know, if they do like fake previews and shit like that, they show you kind of, you know, the crazy, like, you know, the spectacle of things that
Right.
used to be. I mean, just look at The Price is Right. That set really hasn't changed very much. It's because of that type of feel. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
people love that they identify the show as that with the
Well,
music
they know
and the lights and the fucking, you know what I mean?
Their
It's
audience
groovy.
is 100 million old people sitting in their chairs, and if they change something, they're gonna be like, "That's different."
Yeah, well, I mean, sort of. I mean,
I'm scared.
it's
The
like-
wheel moved.
Yeah, but I mean, Wheel of Fortune is definitely like up their game and shit like that. But
Yeah.
like, Price is Right in some respects, yeah. But like, you expect that from that. I don't know, and like everything in the seven. I don't even know where I was going with this.
The
oh no,
golden age of
TV theme
television.
songs. Yeah, right. Like when they would explain like the Mary Tyler Moore Show or Three's Company. You know what I mean? They had these elaborate. What was the Three's Company fucking? Come and knock on our door.
Yeah.
People waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and
And
hers and his.
Three's Company too.
Never really broke down the lyrics. I'm starting to like the sound of this.
But you know what I mean? And then, this like in the 90s with these with Todd Stewart just crushing it in the fucking
Yeah.
TV theme song game.
That's
What
a-
else do we have from him?
What was another one? Was it Family Matters with
Family
Todd
Matters,
Stewart?
yeah. Family Matters. I'm pretty sure it's him. I want to be this good on piano after this whole thing.
What the fuck was that?
They always do that weird like sneeze thing. Oh, it's definitely the same guy.
It's gotta be. It's like one of these is Rod Stewart. We just can't tell which one. We're just sitting there with the gun going, how do I know who's the real Todd Stewart? Yeah. Damn. Who's the fucking daughter on this show? That was not a
It changes all the
sentence
time.
I'm proud of. I'm just saying. Damn. It's obviously
Who was
not.
that? There was one of the chicks
I'm just seeing
in
in a
this-
YouTube video. Google Family Man. No shit. No.
One-
Okay.
one
Hold
of
on.
the-
I have to explain myself legally. If you YouTube Family Matters theme song, not the first picture. Not that daughter. The fourth one down is the daughter I speak of. Not the first one.
One of the actresses that was on that show went on to do porn, and I don't know. It was like one of the just look it up.
I'm looking at two pictures of two kids here. One of them would be awesome. One of them we need to make a phone call.
Well, I'm not sure if it was a very long career in porn, but it was one of the things. I just remember that from that show, and then Carl Winslow, of course, who had the best thing in Die Hard. I love that dynamic between
Dude,
Bruce
and
Willis
you're
and him.
friends with Eddie.
Yeah,
Your buddy
his son
Eddie.
So yeah, it all comes full circle,
All right.
I shot a kid. I don't know why I said that line, but that one always stuck out. This fucking thing needs to stop because I need to gain some sanity back.
No. Sorry. I'm looking this up. Jesse Frederick.
Jesse Frederick, that is the actress.
That's Todd Stewart's Bruce Wayne.
Oh, okay.
All right. He is a film and television composer and singer, best known for writing and performing the themes to TGI of television shows such as Perfect Strangers, Full House, Family Matters, and Step by Step.
No shit.
We
Perfect
had
Strangers.
three
I
of
don't
the
think I've ever
four.
seen that.
That's
why I didn't know.
Yeah, let's find Perfect Strangers. It's going to sound like him. We had 3 of the 4.
It's gonna sound like him.
We were just kidding. What if he does like the Bob Dylan Nashville Skyline one, and that's like the one where he just did a different voice? All right. YouTube, I type in "purr" and YouTube's like "Perfect Strangers" theme song. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah. Really?
yeah,
That kind of day, huh?
yeah. All right. Fucking get to
This
it.
is weak, yeah.
Get to it, Jesse.
Sometimes the world looks perfect.
That ain't Jesse Fredericks.
Nothing to rearrange.
What?
Sometimes you
Maybe he didn't sing this. or
Maybe he
sing
just
it.
wrote it?
Yeah.
Maybe he comes in.
No matter what odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand in my way. This flame in my heart, like a long lost friend, gives every dark street a light at the end. Standing tall on the wings of my dreams.
Oh my God, this is a show?
Yeah, if you didn't know what I'm watching right now, if you didn't know, you'd think this is a man who lives in Chicago with his retarded husband. Because they look like a gay couple, and he's like, you can't figure the door out. It keeps spinning round and round. You don't know where to go. Whoa. This one sucks.
I think you just pissed off the gay retarded community.
That is our audience. And our guest. Where is he? Yeah, so Jesse Fredericks, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. That fucking
No,
if I
but
ever meet
he
that
must
guy-
have wrote that song. I don't. That
May-
he
I'll-
did not perform.
I'll do
that
some
shit.
other
Jesse
research.
Fredericks.
Yeah.
I can deal with it.
Yeah.
Todd Stewart.
But I
AKA.
can't. We were kidding. I can't believe that it really was the same guy who did all those.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
And that's how much time I've spent. No.
Well, what are theme songs now? Like,
Well, like
What's a
I just
good
think
one?
of The Office. You know what I mean?
'Cause we couldn't-
it's just music. It's not. No, there's no words to it. That you know what I mean? And it gets annoying if you. That's thank God for the skip intro thing. But it's you remember that shit. You know, Parks and Rec was like that. It was kind of the same show, but it's the same, just an instrumental thing. Walking Dead's instrumental.
Yeah,
The
Breaking
fucking-
Bad is
Yeah. We're doing, yeah, so make sure you tune in for the fucking TV theme song show that you're gonna do, because it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd that one go? Yeah, what?
Is it on?
But like, you know what pissed me off was Sons of Anarchy. Did you ever watch that show?
Sons
of Anarchy was cheesy enough.
Not stopping.
I know you're not. You fucker. Lively, please get here.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah, that was pretty good, man.
We used to watch Law and Order SVU every fucking day.
Yeah.
I don't know why that song about or that show about sex crimes used to get us all jazzed up. We'd get high as fuck and watch it, and we'd be like, "It's the fucking neighbor." We'd get in like fist fights because it's not the fucking neighbor, it's the teacher. And then at the end, it'd be the fucking principal. You're like, "Whoa, shit!" And Ice-T would be like, "That's messed up." That's his whole role in that show.
Yeah.
He'd be fucking them kids. That's messed up.
That's messed up.
That's not racist because he's not very black. He's light skinned, so it's kind of racist.
We're only we
Sorta.
earn a certain degree
Yeah.
that we can use towards that.
Okay, so what are you talking about with Sons of Anarchy?
I don't fucking know. It just it was a douchey show, but I started it and I got it. You know what I mean? Things happen, whatever.
Yeah.
People are like, "I love that show. Fuck you." But like, okay, but like it's cheesy as fuck. And then like the theme song, you know, they actually had words to it, and it was like, you know, just not
I think
good.
a lot of people, you know, when they were young, they saw a guy in a leather vest on a motorcycle, the vibrating in between his legs, very fat. Like, it got things going in people. So whenever they see bike or anything, they're like, "Yeah, this!" Even if it's like a shitty version of it.
But so, do you want to hear how it ends?
The guy, like, does a Jesus
Yeah.
thing and rides into
So
a truck,
his
right?
dad like dies on the road, you
Yeah.
know, does like that, right? But instead of going out in like a gun battle or something, he didn't want to kill anyone. I understand that. But so with that mentality, now he just gives up and does his thing. He dies like his dad, right? He's on the fucking motorcycle
right.
where he loves, doing the Jesus, like just lets go of the steering wheel. It goes into the path of an oncoming truck. So his way out to wrap his life up and everything that he's fucked up
Is to
he
traumatize.
ruins this guy's
Yeah.
fucking life
Yeah.
entirely.
If you're a truck driver, like, that's your career, they don't let you just hit a guy.
No, like you're
Like, oh,
done.
yeah.
You're done. Not to mention the severe mental trauma of just killing
Yeah.
somebody. You know what I mean? Just accidentally.
Yeah.
And it was the actor was Michael Chiklis from The Shield, the guy who looks like a cock.
Oh, it's Scroats, Detective Scroats.
Yeah, Detective Scroats.
Yeah, well, I got to listen to it.
That's amazing. Fucking yeah. So he's in it, but like I was so pissed because it led to that moment of him just being the douchebag that I knew he was, and I thought the whole show was going to like he gave him, you know, he saved everyone that he could and did whatever he, you know, made sure everyone else was fine, and then gave up his life for that. No, it couldn't have been that. It couldn't have been that. He didn't redeem himself. He just died like the fucking asshole he was the entire time.
Yeah.
That guy, Charlie Hunnam, dude, like the way he walked pissed me off. I'm telling you, like everything about that show pissed me off because I disagreed with it.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson was raping dudes
And
in
then
that
you-
show for a
really?
while. Yeah, he was like the dude
Yeah,
in prison,
in that
butt
show.
fucking people. Yeah. But you know, people, you know, if I cared, I'd have you, you know, disagree with me.
I don't really care. I never had any interest in that show. I don't have interest in most shows. Most shows are terrible. Even good things I like, I watch. I'm like, this isn't good. There's parts of it. You can't make a show that big with like all these different storylines going on where everything's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there are
I think
times
it's too big for its own good now.
even Breaking Bad has like the most amazing acting and then like some of the shittiest acting. The guy who played fucking Hank, who is just Detective Scroats Part 2.
Yeah.
his like Mexican buddy who's like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
So anyways, what's the deal with that thing over there? Like
Yeah,
his hand,
right.
like he's just a guy who took an acting class. Like there's a lot, and then next to him is Bryan Cranston, who is like embodied another. He created a person
Right.
that we all like identify with. Like it's amazing. And then next to him is like, let's go to the bus.
Somebody blew my mind the other day about Bryan Cranston as an actor.
Yeah.
And like in the show, he's great. In a movie, he's kind of the worst.
Yeah. What do you mean? He's a bad actor in the movie?
He's just-
Oh yeah, the Jesse movie was like, you know how at the end of Home Improvement, when like after the credits it would show the whole cast come out,
Yeah.
and Wilson came out with the fence
Yeah.
on his face, and the little kid came out with a hockey stick and
Yeah.
like took a shot. That's what the Jesse movie was.
Yeah.
It showed each character like do a little thing. It was like a
Yeah.
little victory lap.
Right.
Each character popped up and did a thing like, oh, that's so him.
Yeah.
And then Jesse drove off, and that was it. It's like that was the movie. It was like that was the after credit scene.
Yeah.
Of like, here's 3 days.
It didn't need to happen. Like,
No,
you know, and as you know, people say Better Call Saul is good.
I like
and
Better Call Saul.
Do you?
It's different. Yeah, I like it.
It's different, but I don't. I just thought Breaking Bad would be fucking legendary if they didn't turn it into a
Yeah.
fucking franchise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't need. You know, we don't need to know what happened. Just, you know what I mean? It was a perfect ending. I feel is that cliffhanger thing. It's decided some things.
Yeah,
the
you didn't
story
know if-
doesn't have to be ended all the
'Cause
time.
even-
he was. Like pissed off but nervous and then excited, and he was like laughing, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
because he got out.
He got out,
and
yeah.
maybe he got out of that life. Who the fuck knows?
Or they found him down the road and killed
Right,
him.
who
like, because-
knows? But like that's
and also
not,
with Walt, you know,
Yeah.
he was shot and on the ground, but you never saw a body bag.
No.
You did see that one. I mean, the thing that spoiled it for me was the actual fucking obituary they put out in the
Yeah.
Albuquerque paper for Walt.
Yep, that was.
Yeah, they could've-
That's how I found out actually, because I hadn't watched that show up until then, right?
But we didn't know how it happened. But
Right.
yeah, they could have just left it. It's Better Call Saul is better than the movie. The movie is like after you finish a series and you're like, I want to put something on to fall asleep to. Put on, and like Todd's fat. And like everybody's just visibly like 10 years older.
Yeah, I know,
and they're supposed
right.
to be going back in time. And Walt's fucking bald cap is like, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, it looks like you can tell, because I think the story is like he's doing Broadway and he couldn't legally shave his head or some shit.
Oh, okay.
And he was just flying out to like shoot for a day, so they put a bald cap on him, but you can tell it's all like misshapen and weird. It's like a fake titty on his head. Like you can see the scar. You see how it's lopsided.
Did you ever watch that show, The Community?
No.
Or Community? Not The Community. Community.
Isn't that like
It's about it's
like a
one
college,
Chevy
yeah.
Chase and Joe McHale. Yeah. There was a whole breakdown class of like, is Nicolas Cage a good actor or not? You know, and everyone had these
On the
valid
show?
points. Yeah, on the show. They always break down movies and shit. This one character, Abed, like you know, he fucking is obsessed with movies too, like a weird fault. But you know, he ends up doing this Nick Cage impression, which is spot on. It's insane. But then it really got me thinking. I was like, you know, because in my head, you know, he always knew the right people for a time. You know, and he's a fucking Coppola, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? He was,
Yeah.
you know, he had a chance. And I've seen some things that Nick Cage. He was just an actor that when I grew up, like I just thought that he was considered a good actor. So
Because
I
he
just
was in
kinda
everything
watched
and
it
he
as
was
a-
famous.
Yeah.
People think if someone's famous, that means they're good.
And then when I watched that, I was like, I've never, you know, thought about it before until I watched that episode, and I was like, oh my god. And now I'm fascinated because Nick Cage is fucking absolutely insane.
Yeah,
He is an
he's out of his
insane
mind, and he
person.
says yes to everything.
Yeah, well now, yeah,
And
for
he's
sure.
just a super famous name, but he's one of those guys who it's like Pacino, like him, like yeah, they're ridiculous, but I find if I see an Al Pacino or Nick Cage movie, I'll be like, yeah, I'll fucking throw this on. Like,
Yeah,
I,
'cause it'll
I just
be-
like him because I'm like, this dude is just out of his mind, and he's getting paid millions of dollars to act like a complete fucking ludicrous fucking motherfucker. Yeah, but like Nick Cage has been in good shit. He's good when he needs to be
yeah,
weird
I think
and
when
crazy.
people are,
Yeah,
when they know how to use them.
yeah. He was good. I mean, Leaving Las Vegas is good. He was good in that Scorsese movie where he plays like the ambulance driver.
Yeah, Bring Out the Dead or
Yeah,
something
really
like that.
weird movie.
That
but
was
he was
fucking
good in that.
yeah, that was a sleeper, I think. But
yeah.
I just read that the guy who does like all the cinematography for a lot of those classic Scorsese movies is the cinematographer for Tarantino, which makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense because I've been on a Tarantino kick lately.
That's cool.
You know, and now I'm just, you know, I was jumping first. I was doing franchises and shit or trilogies. Just, you know what I mean? That's like
Yeah,
my
the
viewing.
real nerd shit where you break down like,
Yeah.
by category. I'm gonna watch all the Avengers movies in order of when they came out, and then go back and follow the order of the storyline.
I made it to Iron Man 2, and I was just like, I'm done. After I finished Endgame, after it's been 20-some fucking movies
Yeah,
of
I don't
just
care
my
anymore.
life, I'm done. Like, I don't care about the Marvel shows. I don't care
It's
about...
too cutesy. It's there's too many jokes. I just don't give a shit.
Well, it's its own product, which is fine. You know, they definitely found, like, that there wasn't a movie like that really... you know what I mean? They definitely made their own universe. And they did a good job and spent the time building it up and doing their thing, right? But I don't have to fucking suck Disney's dick. You know what I mean? They're doing fine without me.
Yeah,
But I just don't give a
really?
fuck.
You don't have to suck Disney's dick. Who's taking us over right now? The fucking Chinese. Them and Disney, you're gonna be sucking both their dicks.
I thought that...
You're gonna be double fucking dicking. Right there. Fucking.
Speaking of, Dave Lively said he's on his way.
Well, while we're talking about TV and actors, here I want to show you this guy, or you can look him up too. So we're watching Treme because we went from The Wire to Treme because it's the same guy. What's his name? David Morse. I
That
believe
actor.
you know who he is.
Yeah. He's in good stuff.
He's good, but he looks like a baby.
He does look like
Look
a
at
man
it.
baby.
He looks like he has a baby's face.
that,
And
yes.
every time he's on screen, like you got to find him like clean shaven with like rosy cheeks. He looks like a baby. So now I got this going every time he's on screen when we're watching Treme. I do. Like while he's like a cop too, so he's just like, we let men die down there.
Hush now. Shh, 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 David Morris.
Oh, calm down, David Morris. Yes, you were in the Green Mile, weren't you?
Yeah, David.
But that's the thing, you get like you watch those shows, you start to go fucking nuts, and then like there's a thing that happens with successful shows where the first like 3 seasons are like badass, where
Yeah.
they're hungry, and then they sign the check,
Yeah.
and then all the actors come in beautiful with like new hair, and
Right.
everybody's like, we don't have to try anymore, we're just coasting.
yeah,
now.
we're
just characters, and we're just repeating. I'm on a set. This is a show. There's lights, and I'm saying lines from the script.
I think
like,
that
that's what it
happens. I
is.
mean-
They're just watching someone do the job of Hollywood acting, like.
Yeah.
Like the way like a
When you're not
fucking
hungry for it.
insurance person probably was like, I want to help people get insurance, and then like once you're in the fucking thing, you're just like, I'm just saying the shit now. I'm just saying the things they tell me to say and getting money. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think, that, like how the loss of luster, how we were saying, with Star Wars, with Marvel, it's not, I've seen it
I
a
think at
million
a certain
times.
point you're supposed to
The
lose
story's
that.
done. And I'm glad. Oh, that was close
What?
there, Matt.
What do you do?
He
Oh,
almost
knocked that
yeah,
whole
he
thing
jumped
out.
off the table.
Yo,
Hey, what the fuck, man?
what's up, man? Fucking 6 feet, dude. What are you doing? Ugh.
I know. Stop touching us. Get the fuck out of here. Do you want to take a break?
We'll
for
take
a minute?
quick break.
Put on
Okay,
some
everybody.
music, and
Thanks
we'll be
for
back.
listening to the show. Tell all your friends and everything.
We'll probably die.
Yeah, tell all your friends while you still got them. Okay. Oh shit. Oh jeez. Oh fuck. Christ. All right. We've added one more.
Hello.
Definitely. None of us are 6 feet apart right now.
No.
There's a cute thing. They're in the UK. It's meters, so you have to be 2 meters apart. So go like Photoshop 2 of the guys from the meters and put them. That's fun. I've been
They're
loving.
probably really tall.
I mean, it's just one of them.
That might be better.
We're not going length. Like
Or just one of them.
Yeah, just one of them. Just one of them will do it.
Yeah.
Cute fun. I love cute fun apocalypse content. like girls showing cute videos of how to make a cute mask so the death disease doesn't enter your body. And it's like, here's a fun way to make a cute Pikachu mask to prevent the disease that killed your family.
With the fun little cheesy music in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you got to make it fun.
I guess, yeah. Go out
Yeah.
crafting.
Yeah, for sure. Joanne Fabrics, is that an essential business?
Yeah,
People go
that's
there?
a good question. I want to know now.
I
'Cause, I mean,
don't-
we need the fabric. It's essential.
That's true. I would say.
I would think so, yeah. Or I saw like people doing it with bandanas and shit. Like, does
Yeah,
that
I saw
work?
that. I was
know.
wondering, like, does that fabric actually protect you from anything? Like, is that like just putting
I don't think
lifting my shirt up?
I don't
Like,
know. I don't know the
Like,
difference.
I
no,
think
part
that-
smells.
Or holding your breath when you walk by somebody.
Right. Like, what's
you
the
know?
difference?
Like that's the pandemic mask version of giving your cousin the controller that's not plugged in.
Exactly.
I think they're like, just let them think it's working.
Yeah, you have to calm the masses, you know.
Yeah, just let them think. Yeah, that'll protect you.
Feel like, oh shit,
They're already dead. They just don't know yet.
cheap.
So what have you been watching, Dave? That's what all anybody could talk about now.
Yeah, and he's like, what have you been doing at home?
And it's never a good thing. It's always just like, you know what show sucks that I watched 87 episodes of yesterday?
just to make sure it sucked.
I've watched
justify
literally
my
nothing
anger.
new. I'm boring. I've been playing PlayStation. I literally have watched like nothing.
Yeah,
Like nothing. Yeah, I mean, I was only off for a week. So.
that's true.
Yeah,
This
Dave's
motherfucker,
essential.
yeah, is essential.
The government has deemed him essential, as you can see by his government essential stamp on his forehead. Ours are non-essential. So when the
Got a barcode on the back,
when the
too.
robots
Yeah,
scan
exactly.
us, yeah,
It's so ridiculous. When I went back to work, I was off for a week. I go back to work, literally nothing's changed. Like they have a temp check now, though.
Yeah.
That's something that's changed, and they have 4 feet stickers. Like you're supposed to stand apart. Nobody follows the stickers regardless, even though they're only 4 feet. But I go back and they have the temp check. You have to walk like 50 feet into the plant to get your temp checked. I'm like, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? 'Cause,
Yeah,
if
like, you're already in,
If I'm
yeah.
bad, like say my temp's high and you have to send me home.
Shouldn't
like,
there be a person at the door?
Like,
Right. Like I
he's
just
got
walked
it,
by a
and-
whole shitload of stuff. Like,
Licking and coughing
yeah,
and sneezing.
well, they make us go to the sink too, and like you have to touch the soap dispenser and the paper towel dispenser
Right.
before you get to the temp check. So I'm like,
I don't know, dude. We had that revolving paper towel thing at the jug.
yeah,
You know what I mean? For
Yeah,
years,
that's a good
all of
point. I
us.
think we're gonna
I
be
think
okay.
we're good.
I think we're gonna
You
be
know,
okay.
we survived the men's room at the
Yeah.
old jug.
The men's room at the old jug was. I don't even know the word to use to describe that shit, man.
It was. I loved it. It was a
It
magical
smelled
place.
worse when ice got dumped in the urinal. How was that possible? Like,
I would exclusively go outside to piss. Like I think I've been in that bathroom maybe 3 times.
When it would rain outside, it would rain in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
The
only
one
time-
time,
Yeah, and it wasn't nice spring rainwater, you hippies. It was hippie water. It was
yeah,
gross.
it
it was so bad. How did we ever use that bathroom?
It was like this.
Well, we didn't. Everyone would go to the girls' room that was
Yeah.
hidden in the creepiest place in the building.
Yeah.
A lot of times the light wasn't even
Spent
on
a
back
lot
there.
of time in that
It's just
girls'
like
room.
she's like, excuse me, where's the restroom? You're like, follow me.
There's
You know,
a lot
get
of
in that
Yeah,
dark
it
corner
really-
over there.
It really felt like that though. Like you had to walk somebody because that one room with the books in it and shit was
Yeah.
never lit up.
No.
So you had to walk them through a dark room into a like
Trust
dimly
me.
lit room, like just random strangers. Like it felt like.
But there
follow
was
me.
times where, you know, I've used it and I've been caught, like, say at one of our shows and I had to go take a shit. Like, you know,
Yeah,
Eddie
we would
wouldn't like us going upstairs, you know.
Right.
So, like, we
the
go back there.
gentlemen we are. We would exclusively shit in the girls' room.
How
Well,
mad
dude, if
Eddie would always get
if
when we
they
go
had to use the
upstairs.
condition,
the
the same
of the
condition
men's
in their
room, yeah.
bath, that, you know, it would be
Yo,
no one would stand
complete-
for that.
Yeah, no.
But so one time I
We
got
did
caught by
for
this
years.
this lady I used to know from like she worked at the fucking like elementary school I used to go to. She was like one of the aides there, and she was at the bar when we were playing and having a good time. And then like I took like the worst toxic dump ever in
I
the
feel like you've
only
told me
ladies'
this
room
story
because it's
before.
just a single. It's like a little Harry Potter's bedroom underneath a staircase.
It really is.
It is, but it's
It really is.
it's a bathroom.
It
So
would be
I-
like the bathroom, like, oh, only the bus boys use that. Like,
Yes.
it's like an employee bathroom.
It looks
even
like a
the,
closet. Like you wouldn't think that's a bathroom if
No.
you're standing in
Yeah.
that part of the
Yeah, the bathroom's right in that dark corner in that closet.
That's definitely a closet.
Open that door.
Yeah.
There's
Go
a
in
lot
there.
of
I'm right
girls.
behind you.
Let yourself in.
There's a lot of girls who've never come back.
Well,
Somewhere
you-
between the bar and that
you
bathroom.
could, you could easily be abducted in many places.
The jug's a creepy ass place.
Yeah,
now
it
I think
can
about
be.
it. Really.
They
Now,
moved the
now it's
bathrooms.
different. Now it's
Well,
completely
now
different.
it's
Yeah, it is,
completely
yeah.
empty.
But so the aide, the former fucking teacher aide or whatever that I had growing up,
You got the
she's
aides.
waiting. She's knocking on the door, and I'm like, dude, do I be like just a sec, or am I like, hold on, what do I do?
Yeah.
Do I make it weirder by pretending to be a
It would
girl?
have been so much better if it was when you were in your Halloween costume as a woman.
Well, that's a different story. But so then I take this awful toxic dump, and I fucking walk out, and she's waiting there, and she goes, really? And looks at me like so disappointed, like I never measured up to anything. And she's right, I didn't. But you know what I mean? But like I didn't feel that because I was about to go back on stage, and like how dare she upset me this close to
She
showtime?
probably doesn't know like the conditions of the men's room, so she thinks that you
Fair
just
point.
went to
Yeah,
the
she has no
fucking
idea.
women's room and dropped a
I don't know, you
horrible
can
dump.
smell that shit when
So
you
I
walk
go
by
up to
it
my brother
sometimes.
like after that, and he's waiting at the bar, and I'm like laughing, like I can barely tell him the story. I was like, dude, I got caught, And as I'm telling him that story and I'm laughing, the lady who caught me is behind me, like that was her spot at the bar. I didn't know, so she's listening to me like laugh. So there's no redemption because she knows how fucked up I thought it was. Like there's no excuse.
Yeah.
And how much I didn't care,
That's great. Those are the best when you're like telling or talking shit or something, and the person's right fucking behind you.
They're
And you're
right
like,
behind me.
oh, not shit I can do about it now.
Can we talk about the time where you got your ass kicked at that bar because of what the hell did you do? You called this guy
Talking shit.
Oh, well, that was a long time ago.
because there's a G-Spot Punchers live recording of our old band, and we used to call it Live on Lively's Blood because that's
my blood
there's
was on
this
the
blood
wall.
stain from the time you got your
Yeah.
ass kicked like months ago.
Yeah. Where I used to put my pedal board, there was like a little discoloration in the wood on the ground, and I was like, "That's from Dave's head." That's pretty rock and roll, right?
It was.
Dave, this is
They
I
cleaned
love
up
that
the
kid.
jug quite a bit in the coming years. I mean, there's a lot of You come into this place where it's just full of creepy, way too far away between too many thick walls that you can't hear any sort of yelling through. A
In
guy's
the
gonna.
jug, no one can hear you.
Don't
scream.
worry. When you get
like a horror
abducted
mansion.
into the girl's bathroom, it's gonna smell as well.
Dude, should we talk about the basement? Like, we're talking about the girl's bathroom like it's the
It's a
creepiest spot in
historical
there.
building.
Like,
The
if you-
basement-
the basement is like a dungeon. Like,
That's true. It's a very scary
Well,
building.
it's historical. It's an old building, so everything back then used to look like that. And
People
those
are gonna-
fucking idiots were like, "It's pretty nice." Like they built a stone
how
building.
many broken bottles got thrown into that drain, like behind those bricks?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was fucking. It was a lot wilder.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable there
Well,
now.
The owners are a little bit more upstanding nowadays.
No, we do those times, man. I mean, that's pretty much where we met, right? Pretty much at one of those
Yeah.
things, or like
Yeah,
the bar
something
next
like
door
that,
or something. Youngstown, just
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
It's a hell of a place. But
hell of memories.
I mean, now what podcast is this? Because you have a podcast that's like about the jug in Youngstown.
It's me and Captain do the show, but we like the jug. We've discussed a million times that fucking bathroom and the improvements that the jug has made over the years.
when I went
it's
there
like
the
a
first
real
time,
place now.
After it was
beautiful.
changed,
But it still
oh my
has
God,
that
dude,
clubhouse type of feel. It still
Yeah,
has that
yeah.
old timey,
yeah.
down home,
But you
old
don't
school
feel
tavern.
like you're getting dirtier by going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
No.
So I mean,
But that
that's a-
kind of
that's a
added to
positive.
like, dude, those old G-Spot shows were fucking real old
Mm-hmm.
school American ripping, back of the bar, rock and
Yeah.
roll. This is dangerous. Someone's leaving here with an itch that they didn't have when they got here.
It was, man. It was our cool fucking,
Yeah,
rock
you
and roll
can't pull that
moment.
shit off at a bar in a hotel.
The
in the
night
falls.
ends and we go downstairs and get a 24-pack to replace in the morning.
Yeah.
Continue on.
Yeah, good times.
Those were good
Good
times.
times.
We really were able to do whatever we wanted there. We can't
Yeah.
like it's
Well, in the Irish
It's
Rose
amazing.
too.
Yeah, the
That's
Irish
what
Rose.
Irish
Brennan's
Rose
was
is a
that
fucking
We
was
banging
closed that
spot.
place when was working there for my birthday one day. I remember smoking gravity bongs in the kitchen.
No,
like that was
dude, the smell of it.
seriously.
Every
I
time-
swear to God, that's true.
I swear. The establishment? No,
Dude, it was ridiculous. It was like 9 o'clock, and we're smoking gravity bongs in the kitchen. Like it shouldn't have been happening, but it was.
Well, it's a good thing the guy's not identifiable by name. This fucking old. Come on, the world's
No,
ending. Who
world's
cares?
ending,
There's
I
no
know.
rules anymore.
I mean, that place hasn't
We're
been
just talking
in
about a-
business for years. I don't care. That
We're
lady
talking-
was a bitch.
She was. I love you.
Well, yeah, it was open for like 9 months, and it was just 9 months of fucking crazy.
Yeah,
just
it was.
we just lived there and just ate and drank there constantly. The
Were
smell
you
of
guys
it.
there when Ashley made us have food that was all fucking burnt?
Yeah,
Uh,
well,
kind of.
probably.
Somebody, there were 2 people with me. I can't remember who it was, but Ashley didn't know how to cook anything, so everything went in the deep fryer at the same exact time, and it all came out black as fuck.
Yeah, like half of it would be frozen, and
It
half
was like
of
it was
would
like a sampler platter basically of just charcoal. Like, and we were so drunk we ate it all.
Why
Like,
not? You know?
oh,
Why
it was
not?
good times.
I remember. I mean, I think we've told this story like 5 times, but I remember partying there, playing a show, and we were like at Ruse all night, and then we came back down to get food, and I'm pretty sure. I think like you were super hungover and I was fine. I was kind of just rolling with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, and you're like, oh dude, I don't even know if I can eat this. Like we ordered a shitload of food, and I was like, yo, I'm fucking gonna dog this shit. It's gonna be great. And then I was like, I'm gonna take a piss real quick, and then we're gonna eat. And I go take a piss, and some gigantic old man just a fucking dude, toxic dump in the bathroom, like destroyed the bathroom. And that's when like I was riding pretty on the edge of hangover, and I'm taking a piss in the urinal, and I just feel like, and he's just, and he's in there just like, and then as soon as he left, there was, if you remember the bathroom,
that
there.
level of not give a fuck. Though.
Yeah,
Like,
he
you
didn't give
know
a fuck.
somebody else is in the bathroom, and you're just like, ugh.
So the bathroom only had one stall with a toilet and like 2 urinals on the wall. So like I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking throw up, and I don't want to throw up in here because I know the people at, like it's Ashley. She's just gonna be. I have to clean it. There's not a staff here. If I throw up in the urinal, I have to clean the urinal. That's fucked up. So I have to wait for this dude to finish dumping and go out, and then I run into the stall where this fucking monstrosity just happened, and I have to throw up in the toilet. He just dropped this. You understand?
Yeah,
like
completely.
like right in the fucking eye of the storm. And I'm like throwing up, like no. And I come back out of the bathroom, and you're like, what happened? And I'm just like, oh, and my food's sitting. You know, don't you love when you come back from the bathroom and your food's waiting for you? It was that, but I was like, get this shit out of my face. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So when I was doing armed security back when I was essential, fucking there was this old man who was he was a veteran, nice guy, just talked my ear off for hours. Kept like going back to his table and then getting up and coming to talk to me, telling me everything without a filter whatsoever. And he just wouldn't stop talking. So eventually, like I was like, all right, I'm gonna go take a piss, like stop this guy.
Yeah,
he just
break
would
the
not. He
cycle.
was very nice, but just would not stop talking. So I'm in the bathroom for like 2 seconds. And the door bursts open behind me, and he's like, oh well, I gotta go too now you mention it. And he keeps talking. So then he sits down, and he's just blasting shit out of his ass, and he's still talking to me without breaking, like with like whatsoever. Man, I have audio of it.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I do.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Why, Steve? Why?
Because that's amazing.
I couldn't believe.
A+. That is amazing work.
Oh my God.
He just would not. He would
That's
not
hilarious.
stop talking. And you hear these toilet blasts. You know what I mean?
So that dude,
Yeah, like the fuck.
I
can't even believe
had
that's
to
real.
record it because
I
it was so.
understand
can you
now.
send
Like,
that? Try to send that to me.
I can send it to you.
I
for
want to
sure.
try to put it up in the board.
That
Okay.
is amazing.
That's hilarious.
Send it to your phone.
Oh my
Or
god.
email.
Yeah, either one.
Do you remember when Bobby punched a hole in the wall of the jug bathroom
For no reason?
I thought that wasn't
then
that
a-
the Irish Rose bathroom?
No, that was Polly. Wait,
Yeah, no,
didn't
it was
Polly-
the Irish Rose because then he apologized to Ashley later.
There
or
was a
something,
whole,
like-
there was a fist, there was a white, disgruntled,
We
young,
like-
drunk white fist
like-
mark in every
it was 'cause
fucking wall.
Bobby was upset about something, and Lisa like poked her head in the bathroom and said like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Fucking nothing," and like punched the wall. It was
You're
like
like, okay.
craziest thing.
Bobby's been on the show before. Quiet Riot.
Quiet Riot.
Yeah, over the many years. Ashley, the girl we were talking about, she's
She's in
on
the
the
intro,
intro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wacky
I think Bobby like
times.
gave Ashley like $100 or something that night.
Oh, I
actually,
thought you
now
were
that
gonna
I
say
think about
like
it.
fucking syphilis or
I,
something.
yeah, I was
Gave
immediately
Ashley the
in my
clap that night. I don't know.
head.
But if I remember correctly, I feel like he like gave her a bunch of money. So Ashley like
To
got
pay
a
for
big
it.
tip for Bobby punching the wall. Worked
Oh,
out
so
for
he
her.
like made up for it
Yeah,
monetarily?
Yeah, I feel like that's right. I don't know that for certain, but
The smell of that place, like I would walk in. No, I'm saying like the smell, all the mixtures. It just had a vibe where I'd walk in and like there'd be they did the open mic there for a while, and it'd be like
Yeah,
my
I
parents
remember.
and their nice friends and all these nice
Yep.
people
Yeah. Your mom
singing
dancing.
James Taylor songs, and I would walk in and be like, the shit that has happened in this fucking place that these sweet nice people have no idea about, that makes me look at this place and go, I need to get the fuck out of here. This ends on Sunday morning with me with a bloody nose and no money. All right, I need to get the fuck out of here.
pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
times.
back when now, dude. Okay, there's no way this shit's people are just gonna peacefully sit inside and watch Netflix. There's gonna be speakeasies. There's gonna be underground fucking parties and shit that are gonna happen. We're gonna have to play them, and there's gonna have to be like a password and shit. Like if gathering is outlawed, like nobody's gonna listen to that. It
Dude,
can't be
it's-
done.
It's shitty out now. I've been saying this for like a month. Tell people to stay inside in the middle of summer. Good luck.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
not
know.
gonna
People aren't
happen.
gonna listen, man.
Dude,
like they're not.
you go out,
Whether it's
people
for
are
their health or
walking
not,
around.
People are not gonna listen. Like,
They're not.
I see just as much traffic around as I ever have.
I
Like,
see more people walking than I've ever, and I walk all the time.
Yeah.
It used to just be me and Lee. Had the
I
world
know.
to
That was the
ourselves.
nice thing about it.
And now it's strollers, dogs, elderly couples, people who would never, and they don't know how
What
to
are you
walk.
doing on my road?
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't know the rules.
But you can tell when somebody is on their first walk, like ever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're not walking.
First
Yeah.
time.
They're like they have their phone in their hand. They're just kind of slowly
Yeah, we
puttering.
should do stuff outside.
They look like they're at a mall because the news told them you can go
You should-
walk,
yeah.
and it's a family.
They're finally
'Cause
starting
the
to
news
listen to
told
that,
them.
to the when the Wii would be playing
Guys,
bowling
we
for
can
too
walk.
long, and it would be
Yeah.
like, "Are you sure?"
You
And
should
it has
take
a
a
picture
break,
of an open
yeah.
window.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess so.
It's the first video
Yeah,
game
but
system
fuck
ever to
the
tell you to
Wii.
stop playing it.
Because how many hours would it let you play before it did that?
Yeah,
Like a
I
long
don't
time. That's
remember.
like your dealer selling you drugs for years, and then one day being like, "You got to slow down with this shit."
that's true.
Fuck you! You brought me to this
Yo,
point.
man, you're really getting out of control.
It's your fault.
Yeah, you didn't have any problem the other fucking 6 hours.
It's like right when you're coming down. Yo, man, you really gotta
Yeah.
get yourself
Sorry,
under
man.
control.
Yeah, there's more people out walking than ever, and it's funny to see people who've never done that before. They all they have their phones. They can't women. I keep
Can't
seeing
just,
girls
look around.
they can't.
Yeah.
Like if they feel like if they don't have their phone, they're talking to someone. Okay, I'm outside. I'm on the sidewalk. Is this where I walk?
Yeah.
Is this what I do? I'm out. Is this activity? Like they're scared, and they feel like if they put their phone down, they're
Is
just
this
gonna walk
activity?
and just go off into the space and not.
Yeah,
You
never
know what
come
I
back.
mean? Like they have to stay connected. Mom, are you still there? Yeah, I'm outside. Okay, and then they take a picture that's like nature.
One of my least favorite things in the world is the people that walk around holding their phone like this, having their whole conversation on speakerphone in public.
Yeah.
Like
That I
I,
don't
I
get.
feel like those people need to be exterminated. And
Well,
I'm
just
sorry.
give
like,
it
they,
some time.
They need to.
I
Like
think
they
that's
need,
happening,
They
dude.
need to
And,
continue.
you know.
Well, more power to COVID. right?
He's like, oh, I forgot that thing was going on.
Yeah. Dude, you
Oh,
do
yeah.
forget for a minute. You do forget.
Do you?
Those late nights.
Never forget.
When the edibles
Never forget.
starting to hit you, and then you're like,
9/11.
oh, yeah.
Don't get him started.
No.
Don't say that. Those are trigger words.
Shh. He brought up a
Do
good
that.
point.
We've
He
been
brought up
working
a good
We've
point.
been working so
Connect
hard.
the dots.
We almost had a
I don't know the
fucking
rules,
podcast
guys,
without
all right?
talking
Come
about
on.
a goddamn conspiracy theory. with
If
Sean.
they did it, the term never forget becomes sinister. Right now, the term "never
it does,
forget,"
though.
the
It does.
never forget is like,
Okay.
oh, how sweet. We don't always cherish the memory of those we lost. That's nice. But if they really did it, they're like, hey, motherfucker, never forget. Never forget.
You remember?
You're gonna forget that. Remember that shit? Look, we're gonna paint a mural in every city. There's a mural in Nebraska for some reason for this shit.
We did this.
Never forget. Never forget. All right? That's right. Eat your Cheerios.
Mess with
Go
the
on your
bowl.
Facebook.
You get the horns.
Yeah.
Cheerios, go on your Facebook.
I was gonna say the only two people I've ever heard of who have full-on conversations while taking a shit are this guy and LBJ.
What?
Lyndon fucking Bob Johnson or whatever the fuck his name. I don't know what the B stands for. He used to take shits and like dictate to his staff while he was taking a dump in the Oval
really?
Office.
Sad
Yeah.
that I don't
So he
remember what the
didn't.
B
Wow,
stands
he didn't
for.
waste
Yeah.
any time, man.
Yeah, so there's probably audio of him just like, we should kill that Mick.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
cannot joke about that.
I think it's time. I think it's fine.
I think, yeah, I hope this whole end of the world thing shakes people up to be like, yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. I think somebody, okay, so Louis put that special out last night, and I think a few people are just like, hey, this rapist with his, and people are like, yeah, that doesn't, no, we're on to another thing now. There's a way bigger thing happening. No one cares.
Hashtag us too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about us?
Yeah, what about us? What about us?
Right there you go. Another banger.
Yep.
Another banger. We played this game last week. Was it last week?
No, it was a couple weeks ago. The R. Kelly, because
Yeah.
we did that just us. It was before Jimmy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was fun. Which one? Okay, based on their music, Michael Jackson or R. Kelly, which do you think had more justification to do those sexually devious acts?
Michael Jackson.
See?
Yeah,
Didn't
100%.
even.
I don't
no
think
debate.
anybody's
You don't have
gonna.
to think about that. Like, I mean, that's horrible, but like,
And you should only think about it in those terms.
yeah, I mean, I'm not.
That's the only way I see it.
I can't, like, I mean,
all right.
he's allowed.
Listen,
he's
man.
a legend. I mean,
Listen,
Thank
man.
you.
Mike's
Fuck them
coming to the
kids.
studio today. He's gonna play some of his new shit. But after we gotta talk to him about this. This can't go on. This can't go on. We gotta talk to him. And then he just like, they're just like, fuck it. Who cares? Let
Yeah,
him.
you're
I didn't see anything.
Here,
I don't know.
take mine. Take my kid.
Yeah.
I got two
Here.
at home. I mean,
Yeah.
I actually
Saving money.
we're horrible people.
Saving money.
I had a new game. I'm gonna read you a phrase,
Okay.
and you have to decide: is it baking instructions or parenting tips from Joe Jackson? So this is the phrase, okay? Combine ingredients, beat until smooth.
That's hard.
That's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
I'm gonna have to go Jackson on that.
I
one.
think parenting advice from Joe Jackson.
Dick popsicles.
I don't have a bell or anything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what are we gonna?
Ding.
Yeah. So, Jesus. That's
So,
fine.
all right, people on the road don't know how to walk, right? Cyclists, I feel, are out more.
Yeah.
And people who don't necessarily don't do that all the
really
time. Same thing,
cyclists.
right? Don't walk. I hate cyclists.
Poser cyclists.
Anyway, it doesn't matter, but they're even worse. That's
I
the
know, I
thing,
just wanted
because
to say
they're
it.
even. Anytime I pass a cyclist on the road when I'm driving, I feel there's always a scenario where I run them over to their death, and
Yeah.
not like on sometimes on purpose,
Bill Burr
but
thing?
like other times.
A nobody? Famous. Nobody.
Exactly. But like, no, but then I'm like accidentally, like, how horrible would that be if I accidentally killed this jackass on a bicycle where big cars are allowed to ride? You know what I mean? But I understand, they can't ride on the sidewalk. Now, there was a summer where I rode my bike and I was one of those guys. But because of that, I definitely agree we should not be on the road.
No,
you know what
I
I mean?
used to just ride on. I would call it the bike path.
Right.
And I would just ride on it, and if you saw people walking, they had to get the fuck out of the way.
They should.
Yeah, dude, that's what like Europe is
I
like.
mean, that's
Everybody's on
common
a bike.
sense. So
You're constantly
if
about to
something
get killed.
bigger than you is coming in your direction, do you not generally step out of the fucking way? Like, just saying. Like, I mean, if a car's flying down my street, I'm not gonna be like, well, they see me.
Yeah.
I've always called it the bike path,
Yeah.
and I just assumed that's what it was. And then somebody's like, "No, it's like illegal to ride a bike on the bike path." I'm like, "Oh,
Wait,
that's,
I
really?
thought it was the rape path.
It really is illegal to ride a bike on there? Is it really?
that's the name of your book."
Well, yes, people generally do that besides raping.
I mean, well,
They-
that's a given. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, well, okay. Yes, it's well. I mean, you know, you
Well,
can ride
yeah,
your
so
bike
it's
on
like,
it. I have
dude,
bike
it's like
path.
a
That's what I thought it was a
fucking-
bike
I
path.
always called it the bike path. Like, yeah, like you said, I wasn't.
And apparently, you're not allowed to ride but you're not supposed to ride a bike on the bike path. So the bikers
Get
ride
us
out in the
rebels.
street, and then you got to do the swerve out.
Swerve
You
and
always
the
feel like
thing.
a truck's gonna come this way, and you
Yeah.
got to fast and furious slide under the truck.
Right. You're
You
supposed
know
to
what
go
I
with
mean?
traffic, but I feel like I can't
Yeah,
see
I
them
don't
coming.
like that.
I
I've
don't
never
There's
liked
so
that
many,
rule.
dude. It's like there's a
I've
fucking
never
fair
liked
happening.
That rule.
There's
Like I
people
can't
everywhere.
see you. How do I avoid you?
I know.
Like
don't
if I
know.
can see you, I've never understood how that makes any sense. Like, why wouldn't you go against
Right.
it so you can see them coming?
I mean, maybe yeah, because maybe it'd be less scary.
I don't like. I don't like the.
don't want nobody.
You know, you
having
don't
a-
know. You don't know it's coming. It just does. But then when you're on the opposite side, you know what I mean. You
Yeah,
see it
you know,
coming.
they want you to enjoy every minute you have in life. You know,
I think
until
that's what
that
we.
ends, you
So
know?
maybe now, if you are riding your bicycle, you never know what could happen in the next coming weeks or so. So just ride, you know, on the right side of traffic.
in traffic.
In traffic.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
ride in traffic.
play chicken
Yeah,
with the
you know,
trucks.
you only live-
Definitely
YOLO.
dress
That's an
in
encouragement.
all black.
YOLO.
All black. Put tape over the reflectors on your bike.
Yeah, we don't. That's a distraction.
ski mask,
Yeah.
everything.
The last minute, hit the light on. Really freak them
Get
out.
like a strobe light on the back of your bike and just set it off randomly at nighttime.
Yeah, I've always hated the pedestrians walk fucking shit in Lewiston or any other town because it's like, for the most part, if we're standing there and there's like 8 cars coming, just go.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah,
Let them all
right.
go. And then there's the guy who slams on the
Slams on
brakes
the
and then you have to walk and you wave him and he waves you, but then you both
Right.
start going and then it's a whole fucking thing. So just go.
I
I just
understand.
I
look
will
down.
make my way through. That
If I'm
rule
having a
has
guy walking, I just look down and act like I don't fucking see you. Like,
Yeah,
go,
that's
'cause
what-
I'm
yeah.
not walking
Well, he
across the
just
middle of the
turns
road. So somebody
around
else can
like
run
a-
me over.
yeah.
Like,
that rule has kind of gone out the window in the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
I think I've just been people are like,
Well, there's-
fuck it, I don't care. I'll
Yeah.
hit you.
that's how it is in the falls every day. So I mean, that's really
Yeah.
welcome to the.
How's the falls
normal,
handling
because-
this? Has it not changed whatsoever?
No, it hasn't at all. At all. Literally, they just started limiting the number of people that can go into Walmart and Target and shit. But
Yeah.
like up until that, like stores were still all packed and shit. Like you drive by, the parking lots are all full. Like
Right.
nothing's changed at all. It's, like I said, just as much traffic. Like 'cause I work second, so I'm leaving and I drive up on the throughways, just as much traffic there. Like it really seems no
Yeah.
different.
There's
Like no
not,
wonder
uh,
the cases are blowing up. Like nobody's fucking listening.
No. There's, I mean,
As
like
here I am sitting at your
That's what we
guys' house.
said.
We're like, whatever.
We're commenting on it, but like
My
we're
only-
fine.
Yeah, like
outing.
we're above it.
Yeah.
apparently people aren't listening to the rules and cases are blowing up, but that's
You know, that's why
inconclusive.
we're not sure of the
My only outings have
don't have
been
all
to
the data.
Wegmans because I'm not going to make Lee go by herself. She's like, you don't have to go. I'm like, no,
No,
that's
if we're getting
ridiculous.
this, we're getting it together.
Yeah,
Type
I've
Yeah.
said that to Cindy like 12 times. Like, if one of us gets it, we're both getting it. So, like,
Yeah.
that's just what's happening.
So and there's been some change. They have the tape. They only let certain people in. So the
They
fucking
have, like, plastic dividers and shit,
yes,
too,
they
don't
have plastic dividers at the kid at the cash register. So I come walking up and stand at the other side of the plastic with my car, like ready to do the thing. And he's like, "Sir, if you can mind, could you stand behind the red tape, which is at the back of the little
register.
the belt,
Yeah.
whatever that is." So I'm standing there and I look and I'm like, I have a clear shot at him around the plastic now. I could cough right on this kid. I could cough in
I
his
got a clear
eyes,
shot at him.
and I was better over.
I got target lock.
I could really cough on the belt, and then he hits the button
Right.
and
It
brings it
comes
right
to
to him,
him,
and it
yeah.
touches. Like, this is you put me right in a good sniper spot here. It's dumb. None of it makes sense, but they're all doing
like
it.
the way you think,
That's
Sean.
the thing. It's like funny. They're all doing it, and then everybody's covered and. It was cold as shit and it was raining. Everybody's got jackets on and hats and masks and gloves, except one girl who was like strikingly like skimpy, but like super tight, stretchy
Carefully
yoga
chosen
pants
words.
Yes, nice.
and a
Strikingly skimpy.
like because we were Lee's like, okay, we gotta get the rice, and then I was like, what the fuck? like I saw a fucking unicorn or something. It was like this chicken, like she was super fucking hot in like a tiny little shirt, and it was like distracting. It was like, all right, what are you doing? What is this? And I'm like,
She wants the COVID.
What are you teasing me, huh?
what's the deal? Bitch, people are dying, whore. What are you doing? Why is this? You're freaking. I'm trying to keep my hands clean. You're distracting me with thoughts and whatnot.
I gotta keep my mind clean too.
Yeah. So it was like, we kept seeing it. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. And like, I'm like, here's the deal: is the government's been listening to this, and they know I'm onto them. And they're just like, I'm out at Wegmans, putting all the pieces together, and like, send in the distraction, send in the diversion, and then she shows up. I'm like, huh? I don't care anymore.
What was I thinking?
I was like, we need that. We need to take that back to the quarantine.
For
I
research.
just grab her and
research,
I grab her
Ross.
and a thing of toilet paper and I just got a shotgun and point it, just backing out of the toilet.
Just you fucking try it.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking try it.
Be cool, my man.
I missed you guys.
Missed you too, buddy. Thought we missed you. We thought you done had it.
Yeah.
I really hoped that you were okay. I didn't know.
Who's gonna
but-
be, like,
and then I
do we
called you a
know
cocksucker
anybody-
like 18 times?
Peripherally, who has it? I know,
I
like
think you texted me and
captains.
called me a cocksucker. If I remember correctly, actually. So I mean, that's okay.
Do we know anybody besides Tom Hanks who has it?
I mean, they're
Like a bunch of the.
Oh, Pink, that singer, and her son have it. She just announced that yesterday. She's donating $1 million.
She gave it to herself
But-
for fame. When's the last time you heard about
Other
her?
than that,
Like,
like,
I'm
really,
gonna
I
take
don't
one for the
know-
team. I need to be relevant.
Other than the athletes, like the basketball players and some hockey players, I don't know anyone like,
Tom Hanks and his wife.
yeah, other than them that
Who else? Oh, James
I know a bunch of
Dolan.
them that. Oh wait,
James
Idris Elba.
Dolan.
Yeah,
He's the
he
old
owns
owner of the
Knicks.
Knicks. Yeah, and Idris Elba has it too.
Oh
Idris Elba
yeah.
has it?
Yeah.
Stringer Bell has it.
Stringer Bell,
I was
What the hell is that? What the hell is Stringer Bell?
The Wire.
That's his name in The Wire, which we literally just watched.
I don't
like,
think I got to him yet.
He's in like the.
Dude,
he's like
that
the
show
first
was, like,
guy.
yesterday. Like
They all look the same to you, don't they? You fuck.
He's the black one?
No, he's the drug dealer.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's not the. Yeah, there's. Yeah. So yeah, it's getting weird out there, huh? Everybody. Same in here. We're bringing you right back to that comfort zone that it used to be. You know.
You know, somebody who was on the show, Jim, called me out personally for being a racist about my comments about Black James Bond and Idris Elba playing him. And he seems to think, he was very heated, that he seems to think that the character of James Bond is, and that name is more of a title, that agents theoretically like take over, like
could
they
all be
retire and a
agents,
new one
yeah.
comes in. But I was like, but that, okay, until that theory is established in a movie or something,
Yeah,
until that actually, I was like, it hasn't happened. All that I see right now, it's sort of like, new James Bond, grab that guy, he's black. You know what I mean? So I don't
What
think
do you
I'm
think
racist.
about, what do you think about Black Little Mermaid?
Well, all right. If you listen to the show, I have went on this. So now I was kind of, I thought about that for a while, actually, what he said, that I was racist. And I mean, comedically.
My
comedically,
problem,
I think I'm racist. I don't think I'm really
My
racist.
problem was never with
known you for a long
being
time,
a
Steve. I don't
black
think you're racist.
James Bond. Like, I don't care that it's a black James. Like, that's my point. Is the fucking white blogger girl with pink hair who's like, take that, America. And you're like,
So right though, like
you're
it
a
shouldn't even be a
fucking
big
loser.
deal. Like it really shouldn't even be like they
don't
hype it
care.
up before it's even anywhere
That's what
near
I mean.
new.
Like,
And I'm
We're
like,
like,
hey, you know,
in
there's
any
real
way-
black people
there's
out
no-
there who are doing real shit. and you're
There's
just
no like real like confirmed even interest in like the two, and they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, yeah, no, this is what needs to happen. Like
and it's all make believe, childish comic
Right,
book
like,
stories.
it's
It's
literally
so
like,
stupid.
this
Like,
is
there's
a
real
story,
issues,
right?
there's real people, there's real shit, and they're all just like, Santa Claus is black now. Deal with it.
do you
Like,
understand
Yeah,
what fiction?
Jamie Foxx is Mr. Bean. You're like, what? Why?
This is what-
why? Why not make a new character? It doesn't make sense. Mr. Bean is that guy. It's Mr. Bean. Like, you can't have anyone else be Mr. Bean. You know what I mean? But you can just make him
Such
black.
an obscure reference.
I mean, I'm saying it doesn't
I
make
know
sense.
what you mean. It's just
Mr.
fuck thinks about Mr. Bean.
I have a lot of time.
You
to
know what
think.
we need to think about? Mr. Bean today.
Dude,
Do
I
not disrespect the legacy of Mr. Bean.
No, he's worked really hard to get where he is and to make that
Make
character.
goofy ass faces.
Yeah. But, you know, I have a lot of fucking time, Dave, because I'm not essential like you. Okay? I'm not. I sit at home. I think about things. I watch Free Willy. Parts of it feel guilty
I saw that you were
on many
watching
levels.
Free Willy.
Yeah. Free time.
I turned on TV yesterday and I was on the Fire Stick and like Free Willy's advertised down there. And I'm like, yo, I
You almost did it.
I almost did it.
Hold me like the river Jordan. Mr. Beans and Greens. That's what I was going to say.
Mr. Beans and Greens.
Available at Squidulio's.
I have watched all the Mighty Duck movies in the last like 6
I was
months.
thinking about it. I didn't realize how like
Hitting those
kind
old
of much of a
franchises.
player Gordon Bombay was, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Ball
Well,
of
that
Partying,
whole thing
drunk-
is he
drunk
got
driving?
arrested for a DWI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It's
he's
got
like, here, you
community
hang out with
service.
these kids.
Yeah, right.
Like,
They're
have
hey,
this felon.
You clearly have impulse control, so
Yeah.
let's put you around these
And,
children.
yeah, substance abuse issues. And then, like, that was the 90s where I guess, like, you know, social services
rape
weren't
was
on
okay.
their shit. So now today we're just like, who's been, I guess.
Back in the
yeah.
90s.
I mean, these kids can get hurt.
Child rape was acceptable.
I guess, especially in the Disney movies.
Right people.
Yeah, that was like some
Especially in the
Disney
Disney
fetish. Some sick guy wrote the fucking screenplay for that. Quack, 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 quack. The knuckle
He's
puck.
like-
Come on, the knuckle puck. There it is. People aren't even hiding it.
That's the closest he could make like a Deliverance, but with kids. You know what I mean? That was the closest he could get. I feel was Mighty Ducks.
Quack, quack like a duck, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, say
I
it.
still can't believe they actually named an NHL franchise off those movies like that.
Is that what
crazy to
happened?
think
The
about.
movies
Is that
came
which
first?
came first, or
I
they
really
did that?
know. The
Was it a new
movies-
team, and then they made that movie to fucking hype up the team?
I think that they named the team after the movie because of the movie's popularity.
Did
if I
Disney
remember
buy the
correctly.
fucking? Is it a Disney movie?
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Is it a Disney movie?
Yes,
I truly don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I absolutely.
Because did Disney buy
Let's
the
find
fucking
out.
team?
We
They're
have-
not still a team, are they?
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Did they ever rock the old school green jerseys like in the first?
The
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin
yeah.
Power
they
Ducks.
used to wear those. That was their normal jerseys.
With the duck and the
yeah,
fucking goalie
the big
mask or whatever.
fucking duck bill on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
DuckTales. Ducks were like a thing for a
DuckTales.
while, man.
distributed by Walt Disney Pictures. Yeah.
Okay.
And they did a Mighty Ducks cartoon for a minute where they were like actually ducks, but they were like alien ducks who.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
yeah.
I had every single one of those fucking one of the little action figures of the like the
Did you-
hockey
yeah, I
player
think I
ducks.
did too.
Yeah.
Yo, who watched Darkwing Duck?
I did. I had his action figure. That's actually
That
who
was
I
my
said.
shit.
Yeah, Tony
Darkwing Duck.
Soprano had the ducks. What the fuck's going on?
Dude,
here?
I don't know, man. I think it's 9/11, dude.
9/11.
Go back to it's all the bill. They passed a bill.
They,
They passed.
they've been in on it the whole fucking time, man.
Fucking Tom Hanks, star of Forrest Gump. First scene in Forrest Gump is a feather floating down, duck feather. Connect the dots. It's all there. Dick Cheney did
They're
this.
not really lizard people. They're
Dick
duck
Cheney
people.
did it.
They're duck people.
I
yeah.
think there are both. I think there are both lizard people and duck people.
Dude,
I mean, of course.
that fucking bit of Louis on the phone with Donald Rumsfeld asking him if he's a lizard is the funniest audio that might exist. He's talking to the Secretary of Defense, who is like one of the most powerful, scary dudes in the world. And he's like, for the record, sir, are you a lizard? It's great.
The club was founded in 1993 by the Walt Disney Company as the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, a name
shit.
based on the 1992 film The Mighty Ducks.
I played there actually, where they play.
Really?
My band when I was in Los Angeles, we played there.
That's
and I was
awesome.
like, oh yeah, and right there is fucking Disneyland or whatever.
That's crazy.
So that makes sense. All of
At,
it makes sense.
Where?
In Anaheim.
Oh, all right. Like,
That was a weird fucking show.
what, like at where? In Anaheim? Just in
It's
Anaheim?
called the Grove.
Ah.
Which I felt like isn't that the place in the Power Rangers? Then they hang out in like
Oh,
Angels
yeah.
Grove or some shit.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That
about.
was a nostalgic movie.
Yo,
That's
what was the-
didn't
what
Power
was the
Rangers pop up
floating
on
head
Hulu or
guy's name?
something?
Yeah, I think so.
The
What?
who?
What was the floating head guy's name?
Oh, wasn't Zod?
I almost said
Zed?
Zoltan.
Zed, something with a Z. Steve Zahn.
Yeah, Steve
Steve
Zahn.
Zahn. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
I don't remember the
Hey
details.
guys. Yeah, dude, the movie, the Power Rangers movie, was like on like Hulu or something. I was like, here's a nostalgic thing, and I watched the first scene is them skydiving
Yeah.
to Chili Peppers' fucking Higher Ground,
yeah.
which is like it's an extreme sports '90s movie when you hear boom, bang, yeah, and they jump out and it's just so
Point
wacky.
Break
And
was
I was like, yo,
probably-
I can't do this. I'm a grown man. I got shit to do. I don't care if there's a shutdown. I can't watch these kids gallivant around in costumes. This is embarrassing.
The acting was so bad.
The fucked
dude.
up
Like,
thing
was
about
so
it-
bad.
They're just having so much fun all the time. They're rollerblading. They're like, yeah, woo!
The
woo."
girly
Don't you guys do
girl.
this every
Nobody
day?
does that.
The
Like,
girly girl ranger was the pink
pink
ranger,
one was
right?
hot as fuck.
The black guy was the black ranger. The Asian
Was
one
yellow.
was the yellow ranger,
I remember.
and
Yeah.
like the mighty awesome cool one that everyone wanted to be, the leader, the white guy
Was
Tommy
white.
was the white ranger.
Yeah, that's
And-
fucked up. So Jimmy,
Subtle
take that
racism.
arrow and point it somewhere else. Steve's not the good one here, okay? Steve's been
Thank you.
influenced by the Disney company to think this way.
That's very true. That's very
Well,
true.
the Power Rangers show, I'm pretty sure, was just like they would film these these American kids, teenagers, like hanging out and doing kid stuff, and then they would interchange it with footage they just bought from a Japanese company.
No, it's exactly what
of all the
happened,
other shit. That's why like all the other ones are like just the overdubbing and shit's
Yeah.
really bad. Like, ha ha, that fucking wacky lady. And,
Yeah, that lady.
yeah.
That wacky lady.
She was a wacky broad.
Rita something.
Rita Rudner.
Yes. I love how we check our facts. Doesn't matter.
I just want Todd Stewart versions of all these songs now.
Oh man. Fucking yeah, we can't we're not allowed to hang out with each other, but here we are.
Why? Oh.
You know what I mean? No, nothing weird.
Breaking the rules.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the government's like our wives. They're like, no more drinking at the bar with those idiots. We have to stay
here we
over.
are sneaking into a
There's
basement.
going to be so many. Like, I'm lucky. Like, my lifestyle, other than gigs getting canceled, like, none of this is that different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, my life is pretty
It's a
much.
comfortable apocalypse.
It makes it
Yeah,
harder
it
to
is.
get
I've been
toilet
kind of
paper.
preparing for this. I
So
ordered
far.
that shit from Amazon, bro. I got a ton of it.
Yeah.
We're running low. I need to get more. Anything. The things for the microphones I ordered like a month ago are finally going to show up.
Nice.
So that's
Yeah,
a little annoying.
We've been getting our deliveries like normal from Amazon. Like
Yeah?
nothing's been in our
Well,
oven.
see, yeah. So for me, it is. But I'm thinking about like couples who are like, people who just get married because that's what you do. Like, there's no like
mean
they
like
just
textbook like
hey, you'll do.
they graduate college.
You'll
Yeah.
do.
Take you.
Then they have kids, and then like they spend their lives like he goes to work and then he goes to the bar
Now
and
they're
shoots
stuck
darts
together.
with his buddies, and now like they actually have to spend time together
They
for the
realize
first
they
time
don't
in a
even like
decade.
who they
yeah,
are.
exactly.
You're the worst.
I fucking hate him. Look at him
Yeah.
over there. Just
That's-
chewing his food.
Yeah.
My experience has been great so far. So
Yeah,
that's, you
yeah.
know,
Glad
I've
to hear
been
that, bud.
busy. I've been busy doing all this for
good
you.
apocalypse. Really great apocalypse.
Been a great one.
Getting the show back,
5
that's
stars.
nice. Feels good. You know,
Yeah, we really did. We do this? Did we usher this in? 'Cause we're like,
Yeah.
we should start the podcast again, and then like, whew,
Give people more time to listen to it.
my bad.
You
Yeah,
released
yeah,
the virus.
really good timing, I guess, in
I
some
think so.
concerns. I don't know.
why does it always go back to Mighty Ducks, kid fucking, Free Willy?
Because your brain knows that you know the truth, and it's helping you connect the dots.
It's reaching
to feel
out. It's reaching out. Trying
all connected, and it all leads back to things I'd rather not say. Okay, it has to do with holes and things that are too big to be going in those holes. All right, Hollywood, knock it off. What happened with Corey Feldman's documentary? Every 2 weeks, Corey Feldman's like, "This is it," and then nothing happens.
I don't know. I don't follow Corey Feldman that much.
Dude,
it's really not like
he's
in
like,
my...
I'm gonna say that that's what it
I'm
is.
sorry that's
Corey
like part of
Feldman-
your life.
No,
that
it's
you're
not.
Just like so.
It's everybody's.
It's everybody.
It's everybody's. He comes out and he's like, "I'm gonna name names and it's gonna crush the world." And everyone's like, "I don't give a fuck, Corey Feldman. No gives a shit. No one cares."
really is true,
Corey
though.
Feldman's like, "Here's a picture of Steven Spielberg fucking me." We're like, "I don't care.
That's a doctored
I don't
image.
care, Corey. There was only 2 Corey. You're just half of a team now.
You're half of a
It
Corey.
doesn't matter. You lost the hamster.
the hamster.
No one cares what you think. Like, it's just so funny that, like, that's why conspiracy people go fucking nuts, because someone comes out and, like, says the truth, and most people are like, that's not fun.
I don't like that story at all.
My kid likes the movies. I'd rather not think that they were all,
Killing Jews.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Walt Disney's like, he comes back. We're like, we've been doing your bidding. We've been fucking all the kids. He's like, what?
No, that wasn't what I.
No.
No, it was the Jew. What
Yeah.
happened?
I didn't say kids.
Wait, what happened?
I think it was Family Guy where they
I didn't say
unfroze
tykes.
him. And he's
like,
like,
"Are the Jews
"Are the
gone?"
Jews dead yet? Put me back in."
Yeah. Well, now that we're all under the thumb of this fucking thing, like, I hope that's, that kind of, it evens us out. This is true equality. We're all gonna die equally. The apocalypse will have equal representation.
Which is nice,
Yeah, it's nice.
Is there
there
any-
you go.
You don't got no
Woke
making these
culture.
decisions.
There you go. A fucking non-discriminating
It's the 5G
virus,
towers.
Well, everybody's been saying, dude, I'm like, anytime I look at the internet or look at shit, I'm just like, we need a fucking,
Yo,
we need
plague.
a fucking apocalypse. We need something to fucking
Send out the
shake this
herd.
shit up. I can't take it anymore. We need a meteor. And then just like it happens, and I'm just like, fuck.
We need a
All right, I guess it
meteor.
wasn't that bad.
I mean, but at least with a meteor, yeah, it would take out all those people maybe at once. wherever it hit, and then we would still be able to go outside and go do shit and be like, see your friend at a public place and be like, yo, did you hear about fucking Tulsa? You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Like, who gives a fuck about
yeah,
Tulsa?
exactly.
Seriously,
I'm
like,
sure the people there, but that's
we don't
fine.
care about them.
That's
We don't know
That's
them.
not my life.
I don't see them. Who are they?
This fucking goddamn woke disease is affecting all of us. I was
Stay
just trying to live a nice, quiet existence, you know,
Yeah.
not trying to bother anyone.
Just trying to chill and make some funny shit for people, and this whole thing happens.
And this whole thing happens. What
You
were
know,
they thinking?
why can't I live? Why can't I live my dreams? The pursuit of happiness. I'm pursuing that shit.
Well, maybe this
whether
is
you like it or not.
maybe this is like your, you know, this is the moment in the movie where like you come to that realization of like what it's all been culminating to, like, you know what I mean? Like now that you've made it through this.
Every time I
horrid
start to
thing.
come to the realization, you guys start making fun of me. As soon as I'm hitting the truth and I'm figuring out who's behind all of this.
I was talking artistically, not crazily. You know what I mean?
Not crazily.
But you know, I was gonna say, you know, maybe it'll push you harder. You know, everyone artistically and shit like that.
JFK.
Yeah.
Just fucking Jews fucking kids. JFK. Okay? That's
Dude,
what it
this
is.
Why the fuck are you saying JFK? Jews fucking kids, okay?
It's all there. These
all
motherfuckers
there.
want to get
It's
caught.
been right in front of our
Disney
eyes the whole time.
Disney killed Kennedy.
They did. Okay?
Fucking Donald Duck on the grassy knoll.
He wasn't shot. He was just crushed to death by that fucking lamp from Picture. Which is doctored footage. Kubrick filmed the JFK assassination.
He did.
The credits at the end of the footage.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, the Zapruder film starts with the castle.
We're laughing about fucking footage of dude getting his head blown off. We're a special kind of fucked up.
You know,
Dude, this is our time to shine.
This is our time to shine.
When it all goes
when
to shit.
everything's acceptable, I'm
Yeah.
it's
golden.
always in those, you know, post-apocalyptic movies. There's always like the shittiest people seem to survive, and there's only like one of the good ones.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? That's what the whole story is. Just one guy
There's
is good.
somebody up. So there's a good guy out there with like a kid under his arm, like fighting off zombies, and we're down here just like talking shit. And
Everybody's murdering everybody. Like, yeah, we're just,
end of the movie, we just come walking out of the basement like we lived. We're the comic relief. You never kill the even if the comic relief dies, it's in like a wacky,
In
funny way.
Scream, he died, didn't he? Jamie Kennedy. Which one did he get killed in? The second one?
remember.
I think he
I
died
don't
in the
know,
second
yeah.
one. He was the comic relief. Not really though.
Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
Jamie
Funny to
what?
just like laugh at him.
Jamie what?
Jamie Kids.
Oh my god.
I'm fucking telling you, man. I'm not even trying anymore. It's just-
JK jerking kids. Juice fuck.
Seriously, Sean. The fuck.
Are you glad you woke up? And
I am. I'm very
this
glad
is how
I
you
woke
started
up.
your day.
It is. It really is. I literally did
Yeah,
nothing. I, like,
motherfucker,
washed
you're
my
awake
face,
now.
brushed my
You're
teeth, threw some
definitely
clothes on,
awake
and came
now.
Here. I'm awake now.
I think everybody's waking up. I'm finally realizing my place in this whole thing. I'm the guy in the apocalypse who's in the basement with a microphone going, we know who did this.
You're putting out like those public access like
Yeah.
broadcasts. Like,
Someone's gonna come find
somewhere
you.
in a barn. There's a bunch of rednecks like fucking oiling their guns, listening to me nodding.
yeah, this guy
There's like
knows
that
what's going
montage,
on here.
People sitting around a bonfire
Yeah.
listening to your words, you know.
Remember?
You know what I mean?
There's a kid like with it under his pillow, so his dad doesn't hear. His dad comes in a Disney shirt, like, "What are you listening to?"
No, Dad, no! No, Daddy, no!
Remember the fucking Harry Potter versus the Nazis movie?
What?
It's a movie where Harry Potter fights the Nazis. What is it? Fucking call Imperium or something.
What are you
Imperium. I swear to God, it's a fucking movie where
Sean.
Daniel Radcliffe plays like an investigator
Oh,
who like goes under.
I was thinking legit
Yeah,
Harry
I was like,
Potter. I was like, what?
It's
How
Daniel
did I
Radcliffe.
miss this one?
It was the
Like,
third
is this
one.
a new release?
Harry Potter and the Third Reich. So no, it's him versus the Nazis, and they have like this radio host guy who I guess is supposed to be like an Alex Jonesy type of dude. And they're like, they all worshiping, and then Harry Potter goes to like talk to him, and he's like, he lives in the den at his mom's house with like a laptop and a microphone, and they ask him for money to like fund their Oklahoma City bombing they're trying to do, and the guy immediately goes to the FBI, and he's just like, I'm just doing a fucking show here, like I'm not serious about any of this. That's me in this whole thing. I'm the guy who's like, you know, they got me pinned up. I'm just like, I was kidding. I love Disney.
Steve's the racist. Steve's the racist.
Ask Jimmy. Jimmy knows. And then they just hold up Jimmy's head. I'm like, no!
Too much fucking time, man.
Oh my god.
I think we're getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah, dude, it is getting weird.
So,
We
I've
were
let
already
myself
weird.
I'm
go.
pretty sure you guys were always this weird, man. It's been a long time since I've seen you. And this
That's
is pretty
true.
status quo. Like,
We let ourselves go when everything was fine.
yeah, that's true. This is why this is our comfort zone, man.
I'm telling
This is
you,
my
man.
cue
time
zone.
to shine.
I'm peaking. This is the goal. You're about to enter the golden age.
This is the worst Phoenix ever, dude. The world is the one that you know, they don't deserve you, man.
Yeah. All right, I gotta take a piss. Do we want to keep going? Are we done? What are we doing?
I don't know, man. You came late,
Yeah.
so
I don't care.
it's not really up to him. It's not like I have anything else to do, you know.
All right, well, I'll take a piss.
What do you think? 2 people on YouTube.
I don't know.
Let's take a break for
I mean,
now.
it don't-
We'll be back. We'll be back.
This is the Thurman and Lala podcast. And it will be right back.
I really don't remember.
A fucking like a music service.
Yeah.
No, you have to pay for music separately.
You do?
Yeah, it's $3.99.
He was murdered in Dallas.
Yeah, because I had to look it up one day. I had to look it up one day because I
Steel
got charged.
doesn't melt like
I
that.
got a random $3.99 charge on my I got a text message. So I got a $3.99 charge, so I looked it up and it
Aliens
said
are
Amazon
real.
Music.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Well,
Dick
then
Cheney's
fuck 'em.
an alien.
Nothing.
Yeah,
What
I
are
don't
you
know.
paying
Yeah,
for?
really.
They should
$14
waive
Obama's
those.
an alien.
$14.03 a month.
Obama's from
saying
Mars. They know the truth.
I might start doing the show from like Zoom or whatever.
Just
now,
so you could
just to
shut it
not
off,
come here.
Yeah. I thought about that. This is not a polite concept here. But like talk about like guys are like, I want to fuck that porn star. I love that porn star. I want to fuck her. And I'm thinking of it. I'm like, I'd like to fuck her like the way porn works.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I'm done, I click the little X. She goes away forever. And I close my laptop. And then to clear history, I
Right.
erase
Yeah.
her from
Nobody
any
knows.
history. And then I'd never see her again until I'm in another dark mood, and I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
her.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? You know, you can. Wouldn't it be nice? That's how shit works now. They want us all to wear masks, so they want us to wear those fucking masks. They suggested it, like they suggest, hey, it'd be in your best interest if you, pay me on time. Like
You don't
it's
want to
that.
piss off Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Your Uncle Sammy
Hey.
takes care of you. When you're in trouble, who bails you out? Huh? Uncle Sammy does.
Yeah, so they want us all socializing 1,000%.
Is that a Jewish gangster? Is that what the, is that the angle that we're going with?
I don't know.
What accent was that? Exactly?
No, well, that was gangster accent to me. To me, that's a gangster
Sounded
accent.
a little
but-
Jewish at the end there.
That was Niagara Falls Italian gangster.
Yes.
I'll throw it in those.
Yeah.
So they want us 100% socializing through the internet and everything, and that's what it's going to be. People are just going to be disposable by the billions. You just click the X and they're gone forever. You can block them. You can't do that in real
Kind of
life.
okay with that. Like,
I'm thinking people are.
suck.
Yeah, they do. All right, I agree with you. As people who've spent a good amount of time in the real world, what about like little fucking kids? Like people aren't going to be socialized anymore. They're not going to know after 2 months of this shit.
I think this
Well,
is that's the catalyst. That's
Kids are the
thing.
worst people, though. Like, I mean,
Yeah, they
people suck, and kids are like way fucking up
I
there.
see what you mean by
They got the podium, man.
just there's no like social interaction as it is, like because of phones and all that bullshit, and just video games and,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, things
Not
that you can do at home
understand social
streaming shit. Yeah,
intricacies.
just like no one goes
always,
outside type of thing.
Put the phone
But
down,
now-
go outside, talk to a friend. Now it's like
Right.
none of those are okay. You're
Yeah.
gonna die if you do any of
Go
that.
look at
Stay
that
inside.
tree.
That's what I mean. When are people,
Tiger King.
even if they say it's
Tiger
cool, do
King.
you think people are still going to be afraid after that? I mean,
I think there's gonna
probably.
definitely gonna. It's not. I don't think it's just gonna be flip a switch and go back to normal. I think
Did
it's
you
gonna
see
be
the
weird.
map of people that are still traveling all over?
No.
Like the Northeast is like lockdown, right? Like they use cell phone data. The New York Times use cell phone data for this.
Oh, that's
like
that
the-
makes me feel good.
Right?
Thank
I
God.
thought the same thing. I was like, how do they just have access to all of our cell phone data? But whatever.
It's not like, oh, here's the fucking protect you as
When
a
you
citizen.
sign up
people.
for Disney Plus.
It's the New York Times.
That's
how
what
they
happened.
know.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
all. It's an
JFK,
article
remember?
about where everybody has been the last 2 days, and then under it, it's a review of the Black and the
But
Little Mermaid.
literally all the West and most of the South is like all red from like people's cell phone data, and like the Northeast is like locked down. So this shit's only gonna get worse. Like people still aren't listening. Like
It's not going to happen. You're not going to do it. We all already have it. You're not going to do it. It's fucking impossible. Just like walking outside my house,
like
I'm like, I touched 5 things. I have never, ever realized how much I want to cough on a baby. Every time I see a stroller, I'm like,
I
fucking funny.
have
would
never
it be?
realized how hard it is to not touch your face.
Yeah.
Like really, it's
I watched-
impossible. Like it's impossible.
I'm conscious of that. I think about that, but it's my face.
Yeah.
So I'm going to touch it.
yeah. So you can do what you want.
But you know what I mean? But like, I wash
From my
hands.
cold dead
I've
hands.
always
Cold
washed my
dead
hands a lot, so I'm not like
Yeah.
I the fact that we sold out of
I
hand
think I
sanitizer and dish
I
soap
think
and
I
shit, I was like, wait,
like used hand sanitizer more now, I would
Yeah.
say, but I still, it's
Yeah.
not like I wasn't washing my hands.
yeah, I
you know what
never
mean?
really used hand sanitizer before, but I always washed
I
my
used
hands
it
like,
leaving the
repetitively.
store the other day. They had a Purell thing. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, let me get some of that.
Got it, wrote it
Yeah.
down, then looked at the door handle.
I
and was
would've
like,
made the
ah,
same
fuck.
noise.
Yeah, I know.
I
You
guess
got a shoulder.
Yeah.
I
like,
live in here now. Yeah.
I've been here.
Yeah, it's just that's when you realize it's not, and I'm just one guy. You're gonna I'm just one guy who's being sort of who gives a shit conscious about it, but like not really. Like most people are there's got to be people who don't even really know this is happening.
And
Like,
there's
in a
old
way,
people who
yeah.
fucking
Just don't
refuse.
care.
Or
They
there's
just
the
don't give a
people that
fuck.
don't believe it too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they don't believe it. They believe it's something else, or there's always going to be people like that.
Yeah.
So
Well,
regardless, the shit's
who
going to
knows,
spread.
really?
I mean, really though, none of us know.
No.
Yeah, but
I guess
no.
it's just safer.
Yeah, that's the
Just
weirdest
But
thing.
I mean, people are dying, so regardless of what the fucking danger is, I'm gonna be a little bit more careful. Like, I don't know what's real and what's not, but deaths aren't fake. Like,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
faking dead bodies. Like,
No, they just faking how they got dead.
maybe, but they're still dead.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
I don't
Regardless,
want
something
to join
fucked up.
them.
It's either the disease killed them or the government killed them.
And either
because
way,
they
I
said,
don't want to be on that list.
Ooh, disease
I
is
think-
real. I love you, Uncle Sam.
I was gonna say Thurman's getting awfully close to that government list.
Yeah, like I'm trying to sidestep over here a little. Drone strike.
Sorry, I
him
just used your
only.
name.
Hey, man, it's okay.
Drone strike. Well, you figured out JFK.
Yo, you exposed the conspircy theory,
The
man.
deep
You're a marked
human
man.
sacrificing ring that happened during Mighty Ducks 2.
What was that movie? Where like, yo, remember that rape scene? And it was like the most
Gil.
ridiculous
Casper?
movie. Yes, that's what it was.
In Casper? Is a rape scene in Casper?
Yeah.
I love that you fucking remember
Oh,
that.
I
Steve.
remember this.
I love it.
Yeah, okay, so what happened exactly? Remember? What happened? It was I
don't-
remember that context, but
I
it
don't
was like-
remember. I remember you asking. Like we went around just asking people.
Oh
like,
yeah,
we just
like
asking people.
Do
Like,
you
yo,
guys remember that
rape-
fucked up rape scene in Casper?
And like get people's
And
like
people are like, "What?
What?
No.
No.
I was like, "Yeah, it was like really brutal,
fucking
like
horrific, man.
Yeah,
a
Like,
I
lot
was like,
of
why
those-
doesn't anyone? I was like, everyone I asked blocks this out.
Like it's like it's a blocked memory, like they're repressing it or something. Like we would do this shit, and I don't even know how that started.
I don't
Like,
know.
Why?
I don't know.
Just to see if you could convince people.
Yeah, like yeah, that was fucked up. That's why I've never watched that movie again. That's
Yeah.
it.
And
That's what the
that's the
producers
reason.
started it.
It's a little weird to like. It's one of those things that you might actually believe because who's watched that since they were
Right,
5?
right.
You know what I mean? And it's like there's a lot of those kids movies you look back on and you're like, oh, the uncle was like a lovable pervert. And you're like, that's weird now that I'm older and I'm watching this.
Helen Parrish's father molested him in a shoe factory or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that movie was about?
I don't know. Did I ever tell you my I got a good idea for it's Jumanji. Like they play the game and like instead of turning into a monkey, the kid gets the little curls. He just gets the hat and the beard and shit. And I don't know. That's pretty much as far as I got, I think. I don't think there's anything else. David Allen Greer's still in it. That was good.
Yeah.
You crazy? It's crazy.
Jumanji. I'm never gonna be able to see that word the same way again. Thanks, Sean.
Brought to you by Disney.
See Robin
Who
Williams
else?
like the
Who
hysterical
else?
girls.
No one even allowed to make a movie anymore.
That's true.
God damn it. There was something else. Can't remember. What was it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry.
There's
everyone
nothing.
else. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
not
don't
dumb.
know. It
Remember
was
that fun
something
thing we did the
else.
other day? Oh, no, we didn't because fun is dead. The Chinese killed it.
The China virus.
I always knew it was going to be them.
Yeah.
You know, just destroying my fun. In one way or another.
There's too many of them motherfuckers.
Just give it time again.
Not anymore,
Again,
yeah.
give it time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's still too many.
Yeah, let it set in.
That's them turning it. Yeah, that's
It's
the
weird
zombie disease.
because it's like
Turns into more Chinamen.
I feel like planning gigs. Like I'm still
said that
like,
China men.
We said that you were the guy in a zombie movie that gets bit but doesn't tell anyone. And like that's how
That's
this
totally
virus
not me.
Well, I was very upset that you were not here.
I was
and then, like, you
asleep,
just
but I
start
apologize.
twitching during all this.
Like, no, guys, I'm fine.
I would never do that.
You start. I
But
can't.
that's exactly what that guy would say, you know?
Yeah, you just start
Fuck you,
slowly turning Asian.
Getting
You start
sicker.
turning Chinese. I'm fine. What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Dave, you don't sound like yourself.
No.
What do you mean? I sound fine.
Dave, did you forget your glasses while you squinting? What's
Why are you chain smoking and spitting? Dave, why are you taking pictures of everything?
Everything. Why are you just stopping that intersection? What are you doing?
Dave?
Dave.
Well, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Go away now. Say so.
Used to call China. Used to call China Moon and be like, 10 minutes, I got you. Click. You just hang up on you after you order one thing.
It is.
Tell my right, my rubber.
I'm sorry to any Asian people that may hear this. I'm not.
No, we have a pretty.
Look, that's a pretty accurate, I mean, because it's
that's what
like
you
that's a
sound
pretty
like, bro,
aggressive
so you can't really get that
fucking
upset.
yeah.
It is a very.
It's not
aggressive
even the
disease.
language; it's the delivery of the language.
Yeah.
It's like you could take a
Why do they
beautiful
always sound like they're yelling?
yeah, a beautiful
I'm fine.
flower rises in the morning sun, and the Chinese translation's like "Ting bao." Ting bao.
Michael Jackson noises. Pretty much.
Yeah. Just like hitting your feet with a bamboo stick. Hey, they did this, all right? They could take a couple of fucking yucks, all right?
It is their fault.
Well, they're crafty, because you can't like pick just one and say it's his fault. He disappears into the crowd.
Yeah, you're like,
it's like the
wait,
Matrix.
it was
it's like
this guy.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure? I think. You're like, I'm a woman. You know? You're like, well.
it's like the
That
guys in the
one,
Matrix.
yeah.
You can't tell. It's just a
Right,
whole wall
yeah.
of them. A wall of them.
Wow.
Yeah, you people are really efficient with these
Really,
fucking
though,
walls.
man. Like, dude, seriously, like they needed a fucking virus just to be able to see blue skies. Like that's some shit.
It
like
is.
really,
That
like,
is fucking insane.
That is
how
insane.
well like the actual Earth is doing
Yeah, right.
without us fucking with it. It's
like,
really-
yeah, people.
It doesn't. It's not taking very long.
People
for
are
it
number
to get back
one.
to- yeah.
Yeah.
Number one.
Number one, people.
All right.
We're awful.
Yeah.
people.
I was
All
like,
of
I
us.
thought I ended it on a good, I'm not racist thing with Jimmy, and now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a challenge now, Jimmy. Do you realize what you've done? Now it's like, It's dude, no, it's laughter. It's just that you can't. Now we're gonna be like, everybody be awkwardly polite until we all die. Like
No,
it's
fuck
fine.
that.
We're
We don't
in
wanna
it
laugh.
together.
Yeah.
You know, we are the world.
We can make fun of white people.
I think.
too.
Do you
There's
think that's
tons of
what
things we
the
can
Wonder
make fun
Woman was
about
trying to
white
start,
people.
I
Gal
was just
Gadot
gonna
or
say
whatever?
that, yeah.
Like
they-
we can
Godot.
absolutely make fun of white people. We're doing great. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Hey, you know who comes out?
I'm healthier than you are.
You know who comes out the
Healthier
loser
than
in
you are,
all
dude.
of this? Us. We are the assholes here.
We inherit.
We're the shitty people. Like being a good person and a shitty guy makes fun of you. Like you're still like, I can be above this. Like we're the ones falling on the sword, man. We're the shitty people
We're
who
doing
have,
this for you.
Yeah.
You
We're the
Jerks
shitty people.
Taking one for the team.
We're the fucking idiots here. Like people forget that in like when like a character in a movie says something like they have a Nazi character and
Or,
they're
like,
like he
says
had
a horrible
racist
thing,
dialogue.
yeah.
Like, yeah, he was a Nazi. Like he's playing the we're playing the character of the asshole.
Or they like
here.
hate the actor, like the actual actor himself.
For
And, yeah,
I don't like-
in a role. Yeah,
Mark Ruffalo.
it's like calling. Yeah,
I don't like him.
Leonardo
No
DiCaprio
hesitation.
a racist.
Mark Ruffalo.
That's mine. Everybody has one for no reason. He's good and shit too.
Yeah.
Like that wrestling movie I like anything is Zodiac. He's anything
Yeah.
I've seen him and he's good. But you know what he strikes me as? He's the dude when you meet him with you and your girlfriend.
He goes for
And
it.
he just like within a little bit he's just talking to her.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like he's boxing you out. And you know what he's doing. He's planting a seed, you
Yeah.
fuck. You handsome dick.
Yeah.
He's planting a seed for
No,
later.
This anger is
It's like it
legitimate
happened.
Right here.
And
I can
no,
see it in his
he
face.
is that guy. He is that guy. We've
This
all
is
known
the
that
way
guy.
Sean is telling this story is
And
like
you
this
see
story
Mark
happened
Ruffalo,
last
and you're
week.
like, he's one of those guys.
We need
you
to
can
get
just see it.
Andy-
And then after you and her break up because of your jealousy issues have been bubbling since that, he's the one who's like, hey man, she said she doesn't want to see
Yo.
you, and you're like, fuck it,
How did you do this?
he did it.
How
He
much
worked.
thought have you put into this, Sean? Like,
How
damn.
many fucking Avengers
is
movies have there been?
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
He's in every
At
one.
least, you know,
This-
20 something times, you know, however many Marvel
And he
movies
looks
there are.
different in every single one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so
you mean
I hope
because
he
it's a
goes-
different actor?
No, like the Hulk himself, like the Hulk character
Oh.
in all the Avengers movies looks different.
Yeah.
They couldn't quite figure it out.
Yeah, they just never really did.
They're like, well, we changed people's suits. Let's just change the way he looks.
yeah, every
I got
time.
We gave
The shape
Captain
of his
America
head, like
a beard
everything.
now. Remember that one? Didn't they make a Benghazi movie where it's like 8 actors who you all recognize? It's the guy from
The Office. Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
guy
13
who worked
hours.
the docks in the on the
I've never
wire.
seen that.
Yeah.
It's all these, but they all have beards.
Yeah.
So it takes you looking at him, and you're like, oh, it's that guy.
that's the guy.
I remember trying to watch a scene of that. It was like on TV, and I'm like, this looks like Multiplicity. It looks like just 8 of the same guy all talking to himself. I can't figure out who's who here.
Multiplicity. I haven't thought
That's
of
what
that movie
Lincoln
in a
was.
very long time.
That's what Lincoln was. The fucking who directed that?
Spielberg.
Yeah, tip of the iceberg, tip of the Spielberg.
He sunk the Titanic.
Yeah.
Steven Iceberg of them. Didn't
Well, no, Lincoln is that same thing, but all the facial hair is like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
it's Gail Bedecker.
where you're just
It's-
focused on the facial hair the whole time.
Well, it's just-
kind of
the actual
distracting.
It's
movie. Yeah,
actors
I
you
can see that.
recognize. They didn't pick a bunch of guys you don't recognize. It's the guy the teacher who fucked Carmela in The Sopranos. It's
Yeah.
Gail Bedecker.
Yeah.
It's
The
the old
teacher.
guy from that movie. It's this. It's every
Yeah.
one of the actors is like, oh yeah, that guy. But they all have like big wacky Colonel Sanders mustache, and they're like, the Union must stand. And you're like, I can't take any of this serious. Like they all have ridiculous. Nobody
I don't
has
know.
just
I
a
wasn't-
Can you imagine
goatee.
if that's how like people's facial hair was today, and you had to like get yelled at by somebody who just
go to
with the
fucking
most
Elmwood.
ridiculous-
It's exactly
Yeah.
like that.
No.
Go to fucking.
No,
you
why
know,
would I do that?
Exactly. Stay away.
Yeah.
They're up there.
They're up there. They've taken over.
They have their
They've
unique
invaded
little
it.
fucking mustaches.
They're little bottles of wine. They're old timey bicycles with like the big
The
one,
big
one
wheel
big
and the
wheel
little one in the
wheel,
back. Hurr. Yeah, they're like the 1920s strongmen type of
Yeah.
thing. You know, the mustaches and the weird.
But then it's all like,
Guys are weird.
yeah, but it's all like digital. Like they all bought that shit on an app. Like that's what's funny about it. They're not like there's these rustic people who are like, I'm going back to the like Amish people don't dress like that for fashion. Those motherfuckers
They
are
don't?
dedicated.
Are you
No,
Are you sure?
that's a
you know
club that
Amish
you're
people
not getting
personally?
out of. I've seen enough. I've
Dude,
sat in enough wicker chairs. I know what I'm talking
Imagine,
about.
imagine those.
I've raised a barn or two. But I'm saying
I don't know.
like,
There might be like Amish fashion shows. I don't know.
they live the life. They actually live the life that comes with it.
Walkways,
These guys
yeah,
dress old timey, but then they go home and play Xbox, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They watch
okay.
a flat screen
Right,
TV. They're
that's
not.
true.
They have a fucking Prius. They
They're
have an
named
electric
Chad.
car. Yeah. And it's like, Dad,
Wait.
send me money. Venmo me money. Like they're not growing their own crops. Their dad Venmos them money that they go to the store and Apple Pay for a fucking organic apple and take a picture of it and put it on Instagram and go, I'm living a natural life. They take a picture of their apple, zapping it full of 5G fucking radiation, and they're like, healthy, natural, organic living. Yeah, phonies.
Oh yeah. Internships at Disney.
Yeah.
I bet.
Don't they have isn't there a series of tunnels under Disney where all the characters and shit? I think there is.
I
Like,
really
that's
think
a true
I've
thing.
read
yeah.
about
Wait,
this.
oh, you
Yeah,
mean like that's where
really.
there's like a little
Like the workers and
like a
shit.
haunted house, they're all in the back type of thing, and then they go through the little corridors to get to where they need to be type of thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't
One
know.
time I was in a haunted house.
It's a pretty convenient-
Yeah, I feel like I read
yeah.
about this.
I went into a haunted house one time, and I was somehow made the leader of this group. And I was the first one, and I was like, "Fuck," because I didn't want to show this girl how much of a pussy I was. But it's pitch black. I
through
can't
like
see
this.
anything, and I'm the first one. And we didn't even make it to a scary part. Like I found this part in the wall, and you couldn't see. It was pitch black. Could not see a thing. And then we were like, "Oh, okay, it's through here, I guess." And we cut through this weird break in the wall, and then we end up and there's all this track lighting, and there's dudes standing around in masks drinking coffee. We made it to the back room of this haunted house, and that was the first stop. And I was like, "Oh fuck, we had to
We
go out through
fucked
the
it-
exit."
we fucked it up.
Yeah, it was totally not cool. But
the
then
time
I just
Steve
wasn't scared.
failed at a haunted house.
Yeah, exactly. Make me the leader, and I take you behind the scenes. Hey, I know a guy. You know what I mean? Hey, how about that? You ever met the actors? This is a great date.
It worked out good.
It was.
You didn't want to show
yeah.
some girl how much of a pussy you felt like. And,
Yeah,
you
right, exactly.
avoided it.
So now I just take girls down to the tunnels of Disney.
Yeah, Goofy with his head off. A lot of those guys who work that gig gotta be just wanting to grab young.
People
I've
Yeah.
always felt that way. Anyone that I don't know, maybe
Works
this is
with
wrong.
kids,
They,
wants
they
to fuck
come
'em?
out and
No,
grab.
not necessarily works
their
with
job
kids.
is to jump
But,
out of the shadows and
adult-
grab a girl. Do you
adult-
have
I mean,
any
in haunted house people or
Yes.
Disney characters?
Adult-
haunted house?
I was on
workers?
Disney. I thought you.
All right.
Okay. So now it makes sense.
Yeah.
The fucking same difference, dude. That place is fucking.
Okay. Because I was picturing Goofy. You know what I mean? Coming out and.
I feel like adult males whose whole primary purpose in life is to try to make young children smile, or I don't know, that something's wrong with them. I don't feel like
Mr.
that's
Rogers?
normal.
Leave those
I
kids
don't feel
alone.
like that's
Just by
normal.
themselves.
I don't feel like that's normal.
Well,
smile
what
in
about
a
Mr.
child.
Rogers? Do you think he's a fucking creep?
Maybe. I mean, I don't like kids, so
Tom
I
Hanks played Mr. Rogers.
I
This is
can't-
all coming
Yeah,
together,
dude.
man.
They made him even more beloved than he already was. They're like, let's slide him into the sweater for a little bit and have him be Mr. Rogers. That'll nail the fucking deal down to the fucking ground. People love this guy. Then we get him sick, and then we got their hearts in our hands and we can crush them. It's working
That's what
amazingly.
happened. Yeah, it is.
Checkmate.
It's very
dude.
effective.
Yeah,
Whatever's going on there.
they got it down, man. Disney really is.
The Umbrella Corporation is fucking
The Umbrella
nailed it.
Corporation.
Yeah.
It is Disney. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's the guy who. But I'm saying not the guy who makes kids happy. Yeah, that's a little creepy, I guess. But I'm saying
Wouldn't
okay,
Disney
at
be
least
considered an umbrella company? Because they.
I was
because
thinking
of
that
all
when
the-
you said it. I
right?
really
Because
was. I
of
was
all
sitting
the
here,
other companies that they
plus,
own.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking, wait, they
Oh
have-
my god! Now you got me. You got me, man.
yeah.
I've been avoiding it. I knew the longer I spent in this basement,
You know
I
how-
was gonna be changed. I'm gonna come home. Kaylee's not gonna recognize me at all.
You know how in history.
Listen to this. You won't even believe what my eyes are so open.
There's gonna be kids how kids have Che Guevara shirts. This is gonna be me. They headphones on, yelling. You know how fucking in history class they would have the picture of all the presidents on
Yeah,
the wall,
yeah.
and then it would get to today's, and then it'll be Donald Trump smiling with fucking wacky hair,
Orange ass head.
and the next one will just be some guy with tears in his eyes and a Mickey Mouse hat on. You see the shadow of a gun, and it'll be like that National Lampoon with the dog. A gun to his head with but he's got the mouse ears on. That's our next president. We don't know his name.
It is.
They won't
happening.
tell us his
No.
All right, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Thurman and Lala podcast.
Yeah, it's been good.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks for coming,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
It really, you turned my expectations around. This is great.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can do it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah. Keep listening and tell your friends. We'll stay tuned for live show announcement things. We're going to stream live on YouTube's, and you'll get to hear everything. All right. See ya.